Camera's not frozen. Hey, good evening and welcome everybody to Sunday night on DeWitt 3D Canada. I'm going to go through and see who's here. We have 8 people already. That's excellent. Mr. Winston, hello, non-fam. Andrew Osmond, Joe Velasco. You'll see. Logan, hello. And Rex Waldy, hello. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. I have my beverages in hand. I have a remnants of a Coke Zero from the King of Burgers, and I have a glass of water. So, yeah. There we go. Hey, non-fam. Hello, hello, hello. And Ray Milliard. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, you asked, what are the chances that I have this working? I do have that working. It turns out, for anybody who joined last night, now there's been so much going on in the last couple of weeks with nozzles and blah blah blah. So turns out that this nozzle is clogged very, very badly, or it was, but the possibility is there as well that I remember my bent nozzle. I think y'all remember my bent nozzle. Anyways, the possibility is there that I mixed up my nozzles and I had my quote unquote fixed bent nozzle in there. Even though it looks good on the outside, there's nothing to say there wasn't a crease or something on the metal inside from having that bend in it and then bending it back. So last night we switched out the nozzle. We threw some Polymaker PLA red on there, and we printed the part that I don't like when that camera does the follow thing necessarily. So let me just turn that off. There we go. So it's going to stay still now. Last night we printed the part that I was having to print. This is what I was getting with, it's really, the yellow is really hard to see it, but you can kind of see right there the under extrusion I was getting on it. That yellow is very bright in that light. But anyways, if I can get it just at the right angle, you'll see that the extrusion is terrible on this. Anyways, you have to take my word for it that the extrusions are terrible on that. You know, actually I could probably get it on, show it on this camera. Maybe you can kind of see the under extrusion happening there. Anyways, so last night we switched the nozzle, threw the PLA in, and look at that. Look at that print. It is a pretty much perfect print. No under extrusion, nothing. Now, I can't use this part, of course. These are the accent parts I'm starting to print for the Voron Trident, but this being printed out of PLA will not work. I just did this as a test piece, but that turned out as a beautiful print. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to fire this thing up, and we're going to throw some ABS in it, and we're going to attempt to print with ABS with that different nozzle. I'd say new nozzle, but it's been used once, I think. So we'll call it a different nozzle and see if we can get this part to print in ABS. We're going to be running the ABS at 255, maybe 260 degrees. It's rated from 245 to 265. So I'd rather run it on the little higher end because of the speed that this thing is going to print it at. And then we're going to have a 100 degree bed. So what I'm going to do right now is turn this on. I'm just going to power this up. Now, a smart man, unlike myself, would have had this thing powered up and had the bed heating prior to, because we got to hit 100 degrees. It's going to take about 10 minutes for the bed to heat up. Hey, Cheetah Kid, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. So once this powers up, we'll start heating the bed, and we'll switch out the filament. We will put the so we're gonna put in the Polymaker ABS yellow. And we'll see how that works this time. Hopefully it's going to work with this switched out nozzle. So, but I will tell you, in the last week or two, I have rebuilt, hey, Zexelter, I've rebuilt the stealth burner. I couldn't count on 2 hands how many times I took it apart and rebuilt it. So I have become very proficient at putting the stealth burner, Clockwork 2, etc. together, and taking it apart and putting it together. So we have a lot of practice on that. So if I want to take one positive out of this whole fiasco over the last couple weeks, that'll be it. That I've become very proficient at building that hot end. So once this fires up, which it looks like it has, let's see if I can get, and we have it. So we're going to home it. I have a couple different views for you to look at. I've got this view now. So we're going to home this guy. I've been playing with my cameras a little bit, and I think I've got them almost settled now, but said no streamer ever. Well, some of them do, but I'm still working on a few different camera angles. So, okay, let's start heating the bed up. 100. And let's heat the hot end up to change the filament. We're going to get I'll just go right up to 255, even though we have PLA in there, but I'll just pull it out before. 255. Why do you not want to set? Oh, there we are. Me being impatient. Good. Okay, so let's go get ready to snip that filament out. And we will, okay, I wonder if that's a better view, or I even have this view right here. So either one. Either view. And what we'll do is we'll turn some lights on in the chamber. Let's turn the lights on up to, I like around 40%. It's pretty good. There we go. Cut that filament out while it's heating. Pop this roll off. So I hope everybody's had a wonderful weekend and a great Sunday. And we already heated up to 243, so I'm going to purge this filament out. Oh, that's hot. And let's go ahead and get our ABS going. Get in the hole. There we go. Let's push this through. Don't come unspun on the roll, you son of a gun. Okay, here we go. I don't want this to be tangled. That's the last thing I need is a tangled spool. Oh man, this spool is it's such a full spool. It keeps falling off the edge on me. I just gotta hold it snug here. Bear with me. I think we got it now. Holy crap. This is so close to the edge of the spool. It wants to keep falling off, so I gotta babysit it a little. I'm not gonna complain. There we go. Okay, we finally have the filament fed in. Give myself a clean edge. Pop it in. And let's purge a little bit here. And we have it coming through clean and sweet, which we couldn't get to do before. So you can kind of see it. It is, believe me, it is yellow. It looks red in the camera. Oh, it's actually because of the red light under here. Okay. Oh. It's like a little spider web. Okay, so now we're going to cool our hot end down. 200. There we go. We're going to give the nozzle a quick clean. Man, that ABS is like a spider web when you pull it off. There we go. Oh. Okay. We'll let that heat up. The bed heat up. You hate when the spool falls apart. Yeah, well, it just kind of unwinds itself, but we should be good now. Just while I was pushing it. Diamonds always work. Tomorrow's your 2-year anniversary. And you still don't know what you're going to take your wife to do. Oh, wow. You are going to have to come up with something. Absolutely. Well, congratulations on 2 years, Excelter. Happy anniversary. Magic Night and the name of your city might give you some ideas. Hey, good idea. Diamonds work. Yes, David Wilson. Hey, David Wilson. Diamonds always do work. Yeah. Wait till you guys see what David Wilson's sending me. Oh, I'll be able to show it off next Sunday, hopefully. David, you went above and beyond. You went above and beyond. Okay, I'm going to go quickly slice that file once more. I'm just going to do one piece for now. So this is what we're working on right here. Is this little guy here, and it's just one of the accent pieces for the Trident I'm doing, but we're going to get one piece printed successfully, and then we're going to work on the rest. So we're going to switch this to be ABS, and let's just go ahead and discard all the other changes, and standard ABS, and we are going to go print settings. Everything should be fine except for my perimeters and shells. We're going to go 4. Yeah, they're 4, 5, and 5 is good. Slicing, we are 0.2 layer height. Infill should be 40%, or in this case, it's going to be, 40% gyroid. Skirt and brim, same as it was. Speeds, we're leaving as they were. Filament settings, we want this to be 255. I said 260, didn't I? Let's go 260, 260. We'll go 100 for the first layer and 90 for the rest of the layers. We should be good. A 5 carat. Ooh, that's a lot of vegetables. Okay, let's slice it. It should be about a 35-minute print. 33 minutes, and everything looks good from this point of view. Should be good. And let's send the G code over. We're going to call this the ABS test 1, and hopefully it's the one and only test we're going to need to do for this now. And there we are. Had a spool that came apart, and it was extremely messy. Everything. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks, Andrew Osmond. ABS test 1, and we'll print. Okay. Oh, I just got to clean a little bit more filament off that nozzle, because that tip of the nozzle's got to be pretty clean to start the print. Otherwise, we get false readings on the Z offset and on the bed gantry, on the bed quad gantry, etc. So you want the tip of the nozzle clean for when it homes the Z. Okay, so fingers crossed that this is all going to work for us and that it was just a bad nozzle. And if this works just fine, this nozzle here, boom, is going bye-bye. Oh, are you going to focus on the nozzle? How good are you? Let's see. Oh, you need something bigger in behind to focus the nozzle, don't you? Yeah, this one here. So I swear when I spin this, there's a tiny bend in it. Could just be me. If you are able to read this, smash the like button. Yes, people, please smash the like button. Nero had a great video with Dave Randolph of Printed Solid showing how they... Oh, that's cool. I saw that on YouTube. I got to watch that yet. I haven't watched it. I catch a lot of Nero's live streams while I'm at my office job during the week. I play them in the background while I'm working. I like listening to his videos. They're pretty cool. So we're rolling. So, oh, the bed's at 83 already, so it shouldn't take too much longer. $17 people. Thank you, everybody who's on and watching, please. And then we have a couple on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch and you're not following, give me a follow. Hop on over to YouTube. Give me a subscription. They're all free. Free subscriptions and free follows are good. Oh, we just lost somebody on YouTube. Boo. It's okay. That's okay. Mr. 3D Anything, hello. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for coming in. We're just letting the bed of the Voron warm up here, and we think we've got all the issues solved. We printed this beautiful specimen last night. Okay, my camera just went very... Why did my camera just go so wonky? Boom. I don't want tracking on. There we go. So we printed this beautiful specimen last night. I know you can focus. So, I mean, there we have a... This was a decent print we did last night after switching the nozzles out. And there was no under extrusion issues at all on this thing. So, and then there's our bottom layer. So, yeah. I'm getting my Trident directly from LDO, but I'm not sure where you are, but I know the LDO kits are good. Now, who has the LDO kits in stock? I'm not sure. My local guy doesn't have the Tridents in stock. I don't believe he does. You're in, okay, Michigan. Is that Michigan or Missouri? I assume that's Michigan. Let's see. I'm not familiar with the U.S. distributors for these. I would recommend, and as I always have, I recommend the LDO kits. You pay a little bit more for them, but there is so much more to them. From what I understand, you're guaranteed to get genuine LDO motors. You get pre-wired. Your wires are all pre-done. Yeah. Ooh, that kind of hurt. But there we go. Excelter's got some answers there as well, because he's in the U.S. as well. I'm being honest, I'm not 100% familiar with all the U.S. distributors with being in Canada. I really need to make myself a little more familiar with a lot of the U.S. distributors in some of the major states, because I do have a lot of U.S. people that watch my streams, and it would help if I can make some recommendations. But they wouldn't be recommendations. They would be, here's where you can get them. Thought you saw where you can buy the aluminum. You can get a lot of the aluminum. You can get a lot of cast and aluminum parts for these Vorons that you don't have to print. But if you think about it, that's kind of... I've read good and bad about that. Okay, so if you're having an issue with a part, if a part gets damaged, et cetera, you don't have... I mean, you have to take it and throw it out. Versus printing your parts, if you have wear and tear parts or parts that are going to get damaged, possibly anything, you just reprint a part. So yeah, I've looked at those and thought, oh yeah, that might look cool and be cool. But number one, in my opinion, number one, it's not a true Voron build, because part of the true Voron build, being the open source, is printing your own parts. Right? You want to print your own parts to get that whole experience of the Voron build. If you can print your parts. Even if you have a printer, you can print ABS and you don't have an enclosure, throw a box over it. You just need a temporary enclosure to keep the outside winds and breezes and stuff from it. Yeah, it's the experience of printing the parts, which was excellent for me. For me, it was confusing as all heck, but once you get it all laid out, it's great. And then I've got a bag full of spare parts over there. If something happens, I can swap a spare part, or I can take one of my other printers and print a spare part. So, yeah. And plus those other, they're expensive. I've seen them on AliExpress. Tons of them you can get. You can get them for the 2.4, you can get them for the 0.1, you can get them for the Trident, you can get them for the switch wire, but they're expensive in my opinion. So we're at 99.1 degrees, so we should be firing up any second. And I got a little bit of bleed on the filament on the nozzle. There we go. Got that off just in time. Okay, so let's switch over to this guy. Oh, the lights are playing funky games with that camera. Then I think we're going to go to this camera. There we go. I wonder if the LEDs not being 100% are causing them to flip. You saw me on 3DHP. I was on Jerry's stream yesterday. Absolutely. I try and get on Jerry's stream every Saturday if I can. Let me brighten those lights and see if that flickering stops. Oh, I can't brighten them while it's doing its thing. Okay, well, we'll just have to settle for what's going on right now. Okay. Fingers crossed that these parts are going to work. This part's going to work. And if that works, we can continue in printing our accent parts for the Trident. Hey, good morning, Ravenous. No, I haven't built the Trident. I haven't got it yet. I know they are sending it to me. I just don't know when. I will reach out to, I think he said within the next month, and that was a few weeks ago. So I will reach out to Jason and see what's going on. It is going to be sponsored by LDO Motors and Sparta 3D. Sparta 3D is a distributor of LDO products out of Ontario, Canada. So we will see what's up. I will message Jason this week and say, you know, any time frame, because I'd like to schedule the stream and give people heads up as to when that build is going to start. Sorry, I've got noise going up on the floor above me. It sounded like something tragic happened, but I don't think so, because I don't hear any screams. And now we're just doing our Z calibration. I'm telling you guys, if you build a Voron, put a clicky probe on it. Well, a 2.4 or a Trident, anything. I won't put a clicky probe on a 0.1. I guess I could. I don't know where I'd put it, but we'll see. Because I've got these two 0.1s sitting right here. This one still needs some work on the hot end. Maybe we'll look at that tonight while this print's going, but I got to fix the hot end on this, do some tuning, and the other one over here works just fine, so we're good for that. Trident belted Z versus lead screws. Well, with the Trident I believe uses lead screws. Is there a Trident belted Z? The 2.4 is a belted Z. This is a belted Z, and it's working great. It's the first belted Z I've owned. And I have a rat rig over behind me, which is right, where are we here? I think that's it right here. If I go to this camera, so there's, if I move my head, you can see right behind me, that's the rat rig. That is a lead screw Z. It's got 3 of them, and that's a 500 millimeter build volume. So I don't have experience with the Trident yet. And the Trident, from what I understand, the Trident is 3 lead screws. It's a 3 lead screw bed. Belted Z versus lead screws. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Well, with my experience with the rat rig, it prints fine with the 3 lead screws. And this one here, this is a belted Z, but this is a 4-axis belted Z with a fixed bed, right? So I think you get away with the belted Z with the fixed bed on this, whereas I wouldn't want to put the bed on belts. You always want your bed, I think, on lead screws. Hence, the Trident comes with 3 lead screws for your bed, much more stable than being on a belt. And the belted Z on this is just moving the gantry up and down, and your Z is not getting a lot of movement on it. So you're getting 1 layer at a time movement basically on your Z. So, but yeah, I think they both work perfectly fine. I've had good luck with my rat rig. It's down right now because I'm waiting to do the upgrade. And this Voron right here with the belted Z prints incredibly well. So yeah, and the Trident is definitely a lead screw Z, 3 of them. So with a fixed XY gantry. So the Trident's kind of like the rat rig where the gantry is fixed and the bed moves. But it's the bed moves only in the Z axis, so you can still get that fast printing with relative good accuracy because you're only moving the bed, as I say, 1 layer at a time on the Z. So okay, I think we are ready to get the hot end heated, and I think we're going to start printing within about 50 seconds here. Any quality difference in looks between the two? Basically, between a 2.4 and a Trident. The Trident has, it looks taller. I think it is taller because you have your XY gantry up higher, and you have sort of a middle extrusion. So you have an extra set of extrusions in the middle where your XY gantry is fixed. And then your bed, of course, you have the lead screws. They look very similar as far as case and size, but I believe, layer lines. Oh, no, there wouldn't be, as long as your printers are tuned. That's a much, see, this is going to work now because I can tell right away by the purge line that we're going to have a good print here. As long as your printers are tuned, and I'll be able to answer that much better for you after I get the Trident built, but you shouldn't have any difference in your layer lines on your Z between a Trident and a 2.4. I mean, all you're doing, and one of them the bed moves, the other one the gantry moves. But as long as you're tuned, you're pretty much going to get the same results. I've even heard that the Trident prints better than the 2.4, but that's just different makers' opinions. Oh yeah, I think we're good on this so far. Yeah. Let's just see. Yeah, we're getting good extrusion on this now. So I wonder if is this other camera still going to be ugly? Let's have a look. We're still flickering, huh? Let me see if I can fix that flickering on this. If I turn that rate up, there we go. The flickering stopped. There we go. So it's when I have the LEDs less than 100%. Let's try 75. Will it flicker? Ah, okay. And what's it look like off for the camera? That's not bad, yeah. So if they're not 100%, we flicker. That's interesting. Must be the way the LEDs work. Let's just see. By Jove, I think this is going to work just fine. I do believe this is going to work fine. So let's, why are you on tracking? I don't want you on tracking. Yeah. So I got a new, while this is printing, we can chat a little bit here. Anybody has any questions, I will do my best to answer them. Oh, I missed your comment there, Ray. I'm sorry. You're waiting for your stepper for your SB for your LDO Trident. Should be here today or tomorrow, then we'll be print ready. Oh, cool. Good. I'm excited for the Trident. The LEDs are dimmed by pulse. Hey, Chuck. I didn't say hi here. The LEDs are dimmed by pulse width modulation. You can see it, but you can't see it, but a camera can. Oh, interesting. Okay. I did not know that. See, I learned something new every stream. Why is that camera my secondary camera on here? I switched to a camera over here so I'd have some desktop when I'm doing an actual build over here. And then I've changed my overhead, so I've got a much nicer overhead view and a much nicer overhead camera here. And then I also, from this main one, I've given myself a bench view so I can have a view from the side here. And then I've also given myself a close-up camera for the bench when I'm working on something and I want to get a close-up view of what we're working on. So I've just been playing with a few of the camera angles. I've gotten rid of a camera because sometimes you can have too many cameras, right? So, but yeah, I don't know if I like this right here, but I need some sort of a secondary up there, but that's okay. Let's have a look at this. We'll just go to the floor cam again. We can watch this print. You can't really see much. See if I can zoom in on that a little bit for you. Actually, if I just bring this closer while it's printing, there we go. I have a camera on the floor. I can move around, maneuver, zoom in. For some reason, I got one really, really stiff. Oh, one of my, and I've loosened that. I got to get in there and see what's going on with that lens, because there we go. Because one of my zoom portion of that lens is extremely hard to move. There we go. I think that's focused. Oh, thanks so much, David. I don't know if I hit 2K too fast. I'm just struggling to get in the up to 1600. But hey, you know what? Day at a time. I don't like that secondary camera on here. Let me see. That's that camera there. If I move that down out of the way, and if I take, I wonder if I go plus, video capture device, and we add the Insta360 link, boom, that's me. I know that was scary. And if we just put myself right up there like that, that's better. And that way I can chat. And then in this other camera, if I want to show you anything else that's happening, if I could be working on the desktop at the same time, and we could be building something like this. What was number 6 view? Well, number 6 view was over to my accessories. That's where I keep all my parts and accessories and new parts, etc., etc. So, yeah, pretty cool. This little camera was a game changer. You're tracking my face again. I didn't, for some reason, face tracking seems to, there we go, turned it off. Sometimes it just comes on all on its own, like it's a ghost. So, which is really strange. What's this one? That's whiteboard. That is overhead mode. What's overhead mode do? Let's see. Oh, overhead mode is, oh wow, that doesn't work there. But if we have desktop mode, turn that off and turn that on. There we go. It goes, it's sort of, yeah, that's kind of weird. Anyways, stop playing with your camera, Tim, and talk to your people. I know. I will. So the print looks good. Let me have a quick peek. Yeah, that is much better. So that was the nozzle. So I think I'm gonna huck this nozzle. This was probably the bent one, and if it wasn't the bent one, it's clogged or something. I think I'm just gonna huck it. I do have the one that's on there, and I have the ghost in the shell. Heavy rain in the UK. Oh, that sucks. Well, we had snowfall here yesterday. We were supposed to get about 4 centimeters of snow yesterday. Supposed to snow Friday night, 4 centimeters of snow. We got about 5 inches of snow, 5 or 6 inches of snow yesterday and overnight. And it's like, give me a break. It's all melting now. It's all melting, but hey, burn it out. Well, I tried burning it out, but I don't trust that this is not bent. I did burn most of it out. So if we look, let's go ahead and switch to this view here while this is printing. So if we look, and if I go to number 3, and if I switch to this camera, oh, that's not the right number. I want number 5. There we go. So if we look, this is a nozzle cleaning tool that came with FlashForge. Yeah, we got more than the dusting. I wish it was just a dusting. So this is an actual 1.75 nozzle cleaning tool. So you push this in. I couldn't get this in probably yesterday. I could get this in maybe to here. So if you can kind of see, I could get it in maybe that far. I heated it up and pushed some filament through, and now I can get it in that far, right about there. So there's still a bit of filament in there, but the problem with heating it up in a system like this is when you heat it up and you use a tool to push the filament through, you pull it back out, you're getting filament residue up here in the cold end. which you don't really want. And that filament residue could cause some issues with the filament feeding. Now, that said, if I take an actual piece of 175 filament and push it in, let's see if it's actually binding in here. It's not binding, but it's not going in super smooth. Okay, like it's going in that far. That's as far as that'll go in right there, but it's not the smoothest. Like I can feel the roughness inside of there from trying to clean it out that way. I don't think that was the best way to clean it out, because you're never putting this on and heating your nozzle up to 260 to clean it out. It's not gonna clean the filament out of this cold end. So yeah. And you don't want to heat this up manually, like with a torch, and push filament in to push it through, because you're going to get filament melting in this end. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I could play with this and try it, but I swear to you, when I spin this in my hand and I look at it very close, I swear to you, this is bent a little bit. But anyways, we'll see. Maybe I'll not throw it out right away, but let's see if this thing actually pokes through it even. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of a hesitation. Oh, there we go. That's not bad. It's like nozzle porn here. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Maybe if let's try this. Let's try for fun, since we're waiting on this print. This is a little thicker than that other tool from Flash Forge. So this was a 1.5 millimeter hex wrench, and the tip broke off. So now it's a nozzle pushing tool. Trying to figure out if I want to go Voron Trident or Bamboo Lab. Oh yeah. Oh, Mr. 3D Anything, that is a interesting quandary, because you're going to pay about the same for both. Actually, you'll probably pay more for the Trident, depending on the configuration you get for your Bamboo Lab. But truth be told, I'm quite interested in the Bamboo. I'm not going to lie, I am. But I look at it lately that, is it too good to be true? My glasses are dirty. Is it too good to be true? And I'm even if I could afford it right now, which I can't, I think I would still wait. I'm thinking I'm going to wait until next year. I want to see how it's performing for everybody that has it. It's performing great right now, it is, but I want to see after they put hundreds of hours, after a year, how it's performing for them. Are they coming out with a Bamboo Labs X2? Are they going to come out with something where they've improved something due to a fault or something that one of these reviewers has found in it? I especially want to see how the Joels and the 3D printing professor, you name them all those big guys. I want to see how they're still doing after about a year. And most of them will likely do a follow-up stream after 6 months or a year of owning the Bamboo. So I look at it, and the Trident is a proven product. And I've had people ask me, and I say, if you're into tinkering and you don't mind building and you want to get to know how the printers work, et cetera, get yourself a Voron, okay? A Voron rat rig, one of those kits, one of those, tried, true, and proven kits. If you just want plug and play, and you've got the budget as well, get a Bamboo, take a chance on it. But I'm going to wait about a year. So, what happens if you did some of that same actions to a Noah nozzle to compare? Yeah. Where did I just put the nozzle? I cleaned my glasses. Oh, right here. I left it on the table on the thing. So I have a Noah nozzle. Let's see. Oh, right up here. There are... Why are you tracking my face again? I guess that's okay. So I have, what's the yellow one? It's a 0.25. It doesn't matter. We're still going to be same width down the tube. So this one, which is a brand new nozzle, never been used, is, I mean, that is smooth as gold. And that's going all the way down. Well, that's because it's just hitting its limit. It's going all the way down that far. So it's going down just to about 7/8 of the way down the hot zone. And it's smooth, okay? This one, it's not smooth at all. And it's sticking, starting right about there. Just where it enters the hot zone is where it's starting to stick. Right about, I'd call this little zone in here the heat break. I suppose this little indent here, the heat break. And it's sticking just as it hits the heat break. But if I force it, I can kind of force it down the heat break, but it's not. And I don't know if there's filament in there or not, or if it's an actual deformation inside, right? So you can kind of see. Actually, maybe it's better. Let's go down. Let's go down to this view here, because this might be easier to see. Yeah, so you can kind of see. If you see a little dent in this, that's as far as I can go in anyways. But if I push this in and just go boom, that's as far in as it goes. You can kind of see where that stops. Okay. In the brand new nozzle, which has never had filament in it, it goes, watch this, right to where it stops. Like we're speaking the whole way, and no resistance at all. So what I'll do is let's take the torch. Let's heat this up. They say not to heat it with the torch to unclog it, but oh well. So that one's only going in that far. So let's go ahead and heat it and see if that goes in any further. Might be interested in a Voron 01. Oh, hey, Paul Cumber, I've been doing good. How about you? Happy Halloween to you. That's next weekend. 1 week today I turn, I don't even want to say it. It scares me. Yeah, you might be, the Voron 01 is a great build. It's a hard build, but it's a rewarding build. If you can build a 01, you can tackle anything. They say the 01 is the hardest of the Voron builds, and I think it's because everything is so small. But it's a great build, and once they're printing, they are amazing. Okay, let me grab my little pliers. Let's do some heat. Let's heat this up. What the heck? What do you think? What do you say? We got about another. Oh, that print is looking good. We've got about another 15 minutes in that print, so let's go ahead and let's grab the torch. Look at that. We're still working. Let's turn that up a bit, and let's heat this up and see if I can push any more filament out of it. Let's try it. I'll try not to burn my hand today, too, by doing something silly like touching it, thinking it has cooled down already. So we'll heat up. Let's just heat up the whole thing. Give it a good warm heat up, and let's go ahead and see what happens if we push. Okay, now it goes in all the way. Now that it's heated, look, it goes in all the way. Now maybe there was a clog of filament, and I'm just pushing it through. Let's get our other tool and see if I can push it through further. And if we get, no, we don't get any filament out the hot end. So let's heat it up a bit more. Okay, and let's do some pushing through. No filament. Oh, see, but we do have filament coming out on the tip of this, see? So there is still some filament in there. So let's put this down on the desk. Where's my rag? Because while that's hot, I can actually clean it off of this thing real easy. Let's pick up that nozzle again, which is still pretty hot. Let's push this through again. And we'll heat it up again and see if we can get more. Hotter, longer. Hotter, longer. Hotter, longer. Yeah, there's something jamming in this. Oh, now we're smoking. So let's, where's my rag? Let's clean this off. Let's push this through again. And we're still smoking. I can smell ABS. Okay, let's use this one so you can push anything that's melted right through. There we go. I mean, if I can clear the cold zone here, I'm okay because I don't mind having filament down in the hot zone, because that's where your filament's melting, down in the hot zone. Look at that, we got a flame at the front because it's pushed a little bit of ABS through. When you actually catch ABS on fire, it really stinks. Okay, let's let this cool down now and see what it looks like. So that's going to take a little while to cool down without a fan on it. Okay, so let's put that aside. Put that where I'm not going to accidentally grab it. Yeah, I've done it. And I'm just going to heat this up just to burn all the filament off of this. And this will come off no problem. There we go. And this cools off super fast, so good. It's always good. This one's bent a little bit because it's had a lot of use and abuse, but you can get these, that's like a 79-cent piece from Flash Forge. And I know you can find nozzle tools like this on other sites. Handy to have for cleaning out nozzles and pushing through your systems, and yeah, handy to have. Or like I did, go grab yourself a 1.5 millimeter hex key and accidentally break the tip off. It works just as well in its own way. So there we go. That print is looking good. I am excited that I'm actually printing my first successful ABS print on this printer. When you think it's hot, go more. Yes. Well, when it starts shooting flames out and black smoke, I think it's plenty hot enough. Let's go back to this camera view there, and we will look at that. I like this. Once I get used to all these cameras, I'll be fine. Hey, 3D Medic Vince, hello, I missed you. Sorry, hello, and welcome. So let's see what we're doing. We're doing 15. We only have 2 Twitchers. 2 Twitchers, you brave Twitchers, you. I appreciate everybody. I know Mr. 3D Anything's on Twitch, and who else is on Twitch? I think that's all that is spoken up on Twitch. Everybody else is on the YouTubers, but I like to go on Twitch too. Keep it fair. Some people just do Twitch, some people don't do YouTube, so. And some people don't watch on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be comparing. I wonder which camera I could use to pick up this. This is just, it's so hard to show yellow, but I want a good before and after shot of what I was getting versus what I'm getting now. So it looks like we have another 9 minutes left, according to Mainsail. And the hot end is steady. Well, okay, let's see. The temperature of the hot end is fluctuating. So we have 259.8, 260, 260.4, 260.0. We're only fluctuating between 259.8 and 260.4 to maintain the 260 temperature, which I think is okay. It's actually going, it's literally like boom, 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 but only by those 2 degrees. Now, I have not PID tuned this hot end, although I did PID tune. No, I PID tuned this hot end, put another hot end on and tried to then put this hot end back on. And so it should still be PID tuned pretty much the same. But I think it's, if I was getting a bigger fluctuation, I'd be concerned about the thermistor. But this is only a, as I say, from 260.4 to 259.7. That's the bouncy bounce. So we're only speaking a 0.8 degree bounce up and down. So some people don't do Twitch. No, I agree. I'm thinking viewership too. Like some people will not view YouTube videos, but they will view Twitch, or view YouTube lives, but they'll view Twitch lives. And some people don't view Twitch lives. Ricky B, hello, welcome. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Anybody who's here, if you're not subscribed to me, please hit the subscribe button on the bottom. It's free. And hit the like button. Even if you don't like what I'm doing, if you don't like me or anything, hit the thumbs down. I don't care. It's interaction. YouTube just likes to see interaction. So thumbs up or thumbs down and a subscribe. Although if you hit the thumbs down, chances of you subscribing are going to be next to none. But hey, I understand that. So that's great. Hey, Larry Russo, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Welcome, welcome. So we are doing a test print now. We've been struggling for the last week or so with this hot end. I unnecessarily, because the issue apparently was a clogged nozzle, which I don't know why I didn't think of a clogged nozzle because we were getting filament pushing through. But there was something, maybe just a minor clog that was causing enough resistance on the filament to skip the extruder. But this one looks really good. So we struggled with it. I had rebuilt the, there's the old one. I had rebuilt the Clockwork 2. I reprinted it, rebuilt it, tuned it, tweaked it till my fingers were raw. And then we've had it apart more times than I can count on 2 hands, putting it together, making sure everything was correct, et cetera, et cetera. Then on last night's stream, somebody said, could the nozzle be clogged? And I thought, I never would have. Yeah, so the 0.4 nozzle was clogged. It was this nozzle right here. I'm not touching it because I've just finished heating it and trying to push filament out it. But we switched nozzles and we're printing fine now. And this one here, oh, it's cooled off a bit. There we go. We finally got that piece out. So I think we've managed to unclog this. Look how much further, if we look now, look, oh, wrong. I'm going to go here and then we're going to go down to my bench. Where are you, mouse? There we go. So if you look how much further this is going in now, this is the nozzle we just heated. Now it's going in nice and easy, much further. It's burying. And then if I do the filament test, where did I put that little round piece of filament? I swear did I drop it? It was right here. It was a piece of black filament. Oh, right here. Right under my nose. So now if we throw the filament in here, it's going in a little smoother. I can still feel a little bit of rough hesitation, but it's not enough to, it wouldn't be enough to cause a clog or an under extrusion. It shouldn't be, mind you. And again, the filament's curved, like it's rounded out a bit. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's actually not bad. And it's going in right down to the hot zone now. So this nozzle might be good. I'm not going to try it. I'm going to get all my parts printed first. Why it clogged, I don't know. There we go. So yeah, that's much smoother. So, and it's cooled off, of course, obviously now. So we'll try. We'll try it again. We won't kill it yet. So we'll see what happens. So again, one of these 2 nozzles, I think it's the one that's on the printer now. Yeah, when you stopped in, you couldn't push that far, not at all. Yeah. So now One of these nozzles, I suspect it is the one on the printer, is the one that bent on me. And I bent it back, and it's working fine. This one here, I still think there's a tiny, it's just my eyes, but we'll see when we put it back on. And yeah, I gripped it with pliers. You can see the little marks where I gripped it, but I don't think that's going to affect its performance because that's the hot zone. That's where it's going to be up in the heater there. So that shouldn't affect it much. So we'll see. So I suppose we can put it back in the kit. And put the yellow one back in. I think, I guess this is kind of, it deserves to have the silicone sock put back on it and called, okay, a 0.4 nozzle. And we'll try it sometime. Might not be right now, but we'll try it sometime. Put a tape flag on it. A tape flag. Yeah, well, now I know that the one with all the, teeth marks on it from my pliers gripping it, I know that's the one that was clogging on me, so we'll see. I'm excited to try these other ones. The green one, I believe, is a 0.8. Yeah. And the yellow one, I believe, is a 0.6. Yellow one's 0.25. Oh, the yellow one's a smaller one. Oh, it's the blue one. Okay, the blue one's the 0.6. Yeah. And then I have an original. This is from the first beta of the Revo. I was on the beta team, but all the kits were getting to me too late, and so that's a 0.6 nozzle, 0.6 or 0.8 from the beta, and that might still work. So I'm keeping that because that might still be a viable nozzle. Hey, Zenbender, how are you? I think we have our issue licked here, Zen. We're almost done. We are about 3 minutes from having this first successful ABS print finished. We did one in the PLA last night, and it was beautiful. So we're going to see how this one works now, how this one's turned out. Yep. If the marks mess with it, just sand it really lightly. Yeah, okay. That's a good idea. I think they'll be okay, because that's just where the worst case is it has a little trouble screwing into it. But a clogged nozzle, if you can believe it, and a partially clogged nozzle, I suppose. So a partially clogged nozzle. Oh, okay, so I know what to look for on mine, is why you like to know. We switched to another 0.4 nozzle I had, which I swear was the bent one that I straightened out. It's the one that's on there printing right now, so it's printing really well. We printed an ABS. We printed a PLA part last night, and I mean that's a perfectly good, clean print. Okay, so not a problem at all. So we switched over to ABS, started this stream, and we're just about finished the print. So we'll see what happens. Oh, you've thrown on brand new nozzle and it's still not the issue. Interesting. Well, I figure it can't be the Clockwork 2. I have taken that thing apart and put it back together and taken it apart. I sanded off the little I don't even know where that other part is now. I think I threw it out. But the part that slides in here, this little part that slides in here, I sanded that so that it ran really smooth. I thought that might have been binding. So we did that, and then I took it apart. I swear I took it apart and put it back together a dozen times. I can do it without thinking about it now. I can put one of them together, which is, I suppose, a good one. Anybody catch these guys? Block user, there we go. Good, we're good. Okay, and there we go. Oh, the Nightbot. I didn't even know I had Nightbot active. Sometimes I even amazed. Stop spamming caps. Yeah, girls, XYZ, stop spamming in caps. Anyways, do I not have any? Maybe I don't. Where is my YouTube stream? There we are. Oh, okay. Zen and Zixelter and Joe. You guys can catch that stuff too when you can. Perfect. Okay, we are about 11 seconds away from finishing according to this, so we're going to have a look at this. I don't know if it was ABS. It started when I was printing PLA, to be honest. One of the, what was I printing? And then when I switched over to ABS, it seemed to get worse. And that's kind of why I thought it was the extruder, because, oh, there we go, we're finished. Because the PLA was printing good, and then come to think of it, towards the end of the PLA, it was like, maybe it's different, but I don't know. I really don't know why it would have started clogging the nozzle, because, you know, I did a cold pull. Maybe I did a cold pull and left some stuff in there. I don't know. I really don't know. So, let's go. Let's see what this print looks like. Oh, the bed's warm. But if I put it on my bench, it heats it up. Oh man, that print looks, oh. Are there any layer lines in this thing? Okay. This might be PIF quality. Let's just see. Let's cool it a bit. Let's. Okay. Get rid of my skirt. Take my skirt off. Not what you might think. I gotta straighten this. This Wham Bam sheet's a hair small for this printer, but it does the job. Okay, guys. OMG. Okay, let's let's have a look at this. You want to talk day and night? Hopefully you can see this on here. So let's see how well this shows you. Show me the layer lines. I mean, here, if I'm going to put that back to back. The color's even different. That's weird. I'm going to put that beside what I was getting and see if you can see the difference. At a certain angle. Let's switch. Let's go back. Let's go up to here. There we go. You can kind of see the under extrusion that was happening there. There. There's a great example. Hey, Mike, how are you? There's a great example right there of the under extrusion if it will stay focused. There we go. And then the piece we just printed. Day and night. Day and night. So that's your favorite color, isn't it? And look at that. That is a sweet looking, everything from the top layer, bottom layer. That's a clean print. We have a fix, gentlemen and ladies. Let's see. This camera might give you a little better view of it. Yellow's kind of really, yellow and white, like those are colors that are hard to show. But you got to take my word for it that is great. Yeah. Even with my naked eye, I can hardly see layer lines. I mean, that is good. So yeah, we have fixed it. So the problem was a clogged nozzle. Knock on wood. There we go. Here. I'll bang my head on wood if it helps. So, Collie 5, what have you missed? Well, I don't know if you were aware, we've been struggling with the under extrusion on the hot end on this Voron 2.4. And you are, go back here. There we are. And I don't want you to track me right now. And so we, after a week of struggling with thinking it was the Clockwork 2 extruder, turns out it was just a partially clogged nozzle, a Revo nozzle. So that's kind of what happened. And so we were getting, it's hard to see on here, but yeah, but we were getting right there. We were getting the under extrusions. You can see it on the right-hand side there versus the left-hand side with the new nozzle. So huge difference. And the printer's already been all tuned. We've done the input shaper, etc., and that is a great print. So that one's down. So I'm going to start. I'm going to do a bed full of other prints. You have to say that because you were getting intermittent good prints. Yeah. So let's tell you what we'll do. We'll close the door. We'll heat the bed back up because the bed takes a while to heat. So let's heat the bed back up to 100 because I'm not worried about the nozzle. It'll heat up fast. And let's go ahead and slice a couple parts. So let's go ahead. Here we are in Super Slicer. So this is the part we just printed. So I'm going to go ahead and load. Was that the right or the left one? I don't remember. I'll have to see. But I have my Trident file right here with my STLs. And this is from the gantry, and this is from the front idlers. And was this an A? Let's see. Was this the A, the left, or the right? This one was the right tensioner. So I need to do or that was the left tensioner, sorry. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to bring in the right tensioner. Okay, so we'll do a right tensioner. And we'll throw a couple other parts on here too. On the x-axis, X carriage, blower housing front. No, I don't want to. I don't know what hot end I'm putting on that yet. So probably do a stealth burner. So XY joints, end stop POD DF switch, DF2 switch, Hall effect. No, we don't want to do that one either yet. So I just got to find some cable bridge 2-hole. So we're going to need that one for sure. So we'll need this point for a 2-hole because all the LDO kits use 2-hole for the cable chain. And let's grab AB drive units. We have a wire cover. Okay, let's print that. And we have a Y end stop bumper. Let's throw that on there. And then we have an X end stop housing, or a Y end stop housing. I don't know if I need that one. No, because our X and Y end stops are a little different for the... I'm actually not even going to do the Y end stop bumper. I've got to check the LDO site and see exactly what parts I need to and not need to print. And there was a couple more here. Bear with me. I can't see chat right at the moment. I just want to find some other. Oops, accent parts. Electronics bay, extruder, exhaust filter panels, skirt. Huh. It's mostly in the gantry where they are. Yeah. Let's see. Oops. That we got. I don't need you up there. I'm just seeing if anybody's saying anything. Part name and top right should say, print it in case. Yeah, it's I'm trying to find some other accent parts that I know I can print right away. Panels, front doors. No, we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's see, gantry, exhaust filter. Electronics bay doesn't have any accent parts. But we should have something on the Z assembly. Oh, there's lots on the Z assembly. There we go. Okay, so we have a Z carriage left, and we have a Z carriage right. We'll just fill the bed here. We'll see how it goes. And a Z rail stop by 3. 3 of these. What's that? Where'd you go? Z rail stop those. 3 of those. 2, 3. And those are the accent parts for the Z carriage. Okay, let's call that. Let's call it at that. That's lots of parts to get going. Okay, so this automatically sorted them, which is fine. So we have this. Our settings are going to stay exactly the same because these are Voron parts. Are going to be set all the same settings. Now we're going to play Guess the Time. I've been pretty darn good at guessing how long it's going to take these parts. So I'm going to guess. We have 1, 2, 3. These are about 15 minutes. No, these are 10 minutes each. 10, 20, 30. That's about 30. That's an hour. An hour. That's 30, an hour and a half. 3 hours and 42 minutes. 3 hours, 42 minutes, and I have not sliced it yet. You guys are watching this live. 3 hours and 42 minutes. Any guesses? Going once. Going twice. Let's have a look. 3 hours, 42 minutes is my guess. Oh, I was way off. 2 hours and 1 minute. See, Cheetah Kid, you win because you didn't go over the actual retail print time. So 2 hours, 1 minute. Okay, let's go ahead and slice it. And we're going to call this just accent parts. I'll start through them after to make sure I don't duplicate. Half your guess, 4 hours. You went way over, non-fam. Okay, so there we are. They should be showing up right about here. Accent parts, and we'll start the print. And I'm going to clean the nozzle off a little bit. We've got a little bit of snot on the nozzle. Where is my brush? There's my toothbrush. Oh, that's hardened on there. I gotta probably have to. There we go. Clean nozzle. Print's a little faster than the Ender. Yeah. Yes. Just a tad. Oh, wrong one. This one. Look at that view. I got a message. I got a junk mail message. Okay, here we go. Let's get this going. Let's see if it's going to work good. You have ordered 3 obnoxious nozzles and a 2.4, 3 2.4s and a 1.6. Oh, I 2.4s and a 1.6. I call them obnoxious because I can never remember the word obsidian. Obsidian. Awesome. I'm going to wait till they come to my local supplier. I don't want to pay. You probably don't pay as much import duties and stuff from the UK as I do, but they're going to come to my local guy eventually, and I'm going to get them from him, because that way I can drive and pick them up. But I do want to get some of these obnoxious nozzles as well. I want to run some carbon fiber nylon through this printer, but I don't want to do it with a regular brass Revo nozzle. I don't want to kill a $20 nozzle with carbon fiber, so I'll wait till I can get the obnoxious nozzles. The wait is forever. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Right now, it's a... I'm not going to say it's a novelty item because that's not the right word, but right now there's high demand. That demand will settle eventually, just like it did for the kits and for the well, it'll settle eventually. It may take 6 months for me to get them, but if it takes 6 months, it takes 6 months. Am I planning to build a Voron salad fork? Not that I know of. We'll see. we'll see how this next build goes, and if LDO likes what they're seeing me do, we'll see if they will sponsor one. Cost you £70 to import. It's £70 import tax for the 2.4 kit. Holy crap! £70 is like what, about $100 Canadian, or I'm not sure what the pound is on our dollar yet, but that's quite a bit. So right now it is doing the Z calibration, which I gotta say, guys, if you build a Voron, a 2.4, a Trident, or any of the larger ones, I'm even going to see if I can get one on my 01, but put a clicky probe on it. Incredible what it does. I just realized I didn't clean my bed, but it should be okay. I didn't fingerprint it too badly. And this has been sticking really well, so I'm excited that I got a good part. I'll keep this little part for show and tell. I just realized I'm not on the screen again. Boom, boom, boom. Do I even have sound right now? I don't think I was, okay, that's kind of a little embarrassing. I don't think I had sound there for a bit. Was my audio all good? Like, could you hear me talk about the 70 pounds and yada, yada, yada? I just realized I didn't have a sound source set up in this camera view. But we should be okay now. Good thing I wasn't using, well, you guys would have told me if you couldn't hear me, but I haven't been using this camera view too much, so. Oh, you could hear me. Okay, that's weird, because I didn't have a sound source set up. That's odd. Anyways. Do I want to try Euclid probe? You'll send it to me. From what I read, and from what you said, I don't know if I want that stress in my life, Zixelter. I really don't. Audio never dropped out. That is weird. Because when I went to OBS in my sound sources, I had no input sound source for this camera view. Wow. It's magic. Maybe it's a magic microphone. There we go. Well, we can go back to this view because we're going to start printing now. We're going to heat up. And I'll tell you by the purge line if it's going to go good. We get a good purge line. You can see right there, sort of in the, just to the right of the center of the camera, where I took a knife to try and cut my purge line off, and I cut a little bit of the PEI sheet off, but that's okay. These things are rough and tough and can take a beating. Yeah, Zixelter, you just want to see me stress more, I know. There we go. Give me a good purge line. Looks like a good purge line to me. Yes, sir. We're going to have a successful print. Successful prints. There we go. Nice big skirt. And I don't have to touch the Z offset, the baby stepping, nothing. Chuck, exactly. I feel confident in setting up a clicky probe now. I don't want to touch this other thing, considering what I heard, how much harder it is. This is ABS, Joe, yes. This is Polymaker ABS yellow. This is the accent color for my next build. ABS is working great with the replacement nozzle Major Gamer Geek. It's perfect. It is, in fact, it's better than perfect. The first part, if you can see up there, printed beautifully. I mean, it is super, super clean. You can hardly see layer lines. So we are going with it. We're printing a bed, not a bed full, but we're printing a whole bunch more parts now. So we'll see. Everything should be good here. That first layer seems a tiny, tiny, tiny low, but I think we're okay. We're not getting elephant's foot, so I'm okay with it. Sick elbow cough. Did I toss the other Revo? No, I'm going to give it a chance. We heated it up to the nth degree. We pushed some filament out. We burned some filament out. We're going to give it another chance. We're going to see if it'll live, but I'm not going to try it right away. We're not going to try it right away. I like to give things a second chance at life. We'll see. But we were able to, we torched it a bit more today, pushed a bit of filament out, burned some filament off. Gotta love the smell of burning ABS, right? So put it back in the box, and we'll pop it out. Maybe, I don't know. We'll test it. Oh, it's looking fine. We're looking good. Elbow cough. Yeah. Last night I would have tossed it in a heartbeat, but hey, today's a different day. Whoa. But good news is I have a spare printed clockwork too. This might actually work. No, it's not the right colors, but this would actually work on the Trident. But I have spare parts for a clock burner now, so, or for a clockwork too, clock burner. Now, why did they call it a clock burner? Because it's going on a stealth burner. Anyways, I have a spare CW2 parts, which we'll hang on to because I don't think there was anything wrong with them. Yeah. In last resort, I was going to be throwing this puppy on it, but I won't have to now. I have this guy sitting around waiting for a home. That's the Bondtech LGX Lite. So I can throw it on something one day. Well, I keep forgetting. I want to put the or I did put it in. So because I forgot to put my heat sink on the Raspberry Pi. So, but my Pi is running at 40 degrees, which is probably a bit hot. I don't know if 40 degrees is hot. My MCU, so my main board is running at 29 degrees, and the Pi is running at 40, so 10 degrees hotter. Hey, Jerry, hello. Thanks for popping in, Jerry. We have fixed our problem with the under extrusion. Yeah, I'm a tad too close to the bed, but I'm not worrying about it. We're good. It'll give us some good squish on the first layer, and it'll make sure that we're not going to pop up on the corners or anything like that. So we're all good with this. You'd never know by looking at this piece I just printed that I was too close to the bed, but it's all good. The nice if they made 1.5 millimeter soldering iron tips that are 5 centimeters long or so, wouldn't it? I know you can get those, like they're like a butane soldering thing, either butane or battery operated. They have finer tips, but I think the problem with a 1.5 millimeter is it would probably get too hot and it would bend too easy. It would deform, I guess, depending on what metal they made it out of. But, okay, first layer is almost done. We should speed up here in a second. There we go. Now we can print fast. But yeah, this has been a stressful go at it to get this working. But now that it's working, we are good. Don't judge me on my first layer. It wasn't the prettiest. I could have raised that a little bit more. I think when I set the when you set the clicky probe for the e-calibration, you basically tell it how far that little button on the switch pushes in before it actually activates. And so then it does a whole bunch of mathematics. And I set that based on my, not that it would make a difference, but it could make a difference. I set that on my textured sheet. And depending on where it hits it on the textured sheet, and then the number you put in there, it could be just a tad different on a smooth sheet. Okay, Joe, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate you're always on my streams, and I appreciate that. So we're going to 8 o'clock tonight, so another hour. And we'll see, although this print has, this print is 1 hour and 50 minutes left in it. So we'll get a good portion of this print done on this stream. And we will just, we'll just do some chatting and talking while this is running and make sure that everything is still going smooth with this, whilst keeping an eye on it. But I'm confident that it's going to stay working now. As I said, this is Polymaker yellow ABS from Polymaker. We are running at, thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that shout out there. Yeah, smash the like button, subscribe and share, and donations are always welcome. And it's free to subscribe, and it's free to give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. And if you are on Twitch, it's free to follow. We're running at 260 degrees on the hot end right now and 90 degrees on the bed. First layer was 100 degrees on the bed, and the bed's cooled down to 90 now for all the other layers. The recommended temperature for this Polymaker ABS is 245 to 265. So we're running on the higher end at 260 for a couple reasons. I have heard that the Revo nozzles like it a little hotter. And because we are running at a fairly good speed here, we're at about, we're averaging, I think our base speed is 100 millimeters a second. So, yeah. So far I'm quite happy with this filament. This filament was sent to me by Polymaker a while back. I've just had the opportunity to print it now. And when we get to the update of the Rat Rig VCore 3.1, we're going to be printing a whole bunch of parts in Polymaker Pet G teal. So we're going to go with a teal theme. So, yeah. This this build for this Voron 2.4 was partially sponsored by LDO Motors. And we do have a build coming up sponsored by LDO and Sparta 3D of a Voron Trident, 250 milliliter Trident. But I'm waiting on the kit to show up. I'll be reaching out next week to see when to expect that, so I know when to schedule the streams. You run 240 and 110. Okay. Is it the same brand? Are you running Polymaker? You have your Ortur Laser Master 3 in garage. Oh, cool. Burning things. Nice. Nice. That looks like a nice laser, that one. Jeez. I want to get one of those newer ones eventually. They seem to have a few more bells and whistles on them. They seem to be more, they streamline the look of them a lot, which I really like. So, I mean, the one I've got is working okay. I would like to get a 10 watt. So we'll see. Paramount ABS. Okay. Yeah. Again, different ABS brands, right? Like the ABS that I get from Sparta 3D. I believe I also run around 230 to 240. So it just depends on the brand of ABS. I must reach out to him next week as well. Eamon from Matter 3D here in Canada is going to be sending me the ABS to run the other color for the Trident, and it's going to be red, a matte red, and it's an industrial ABS, I guess, used in a lot of high-end production stuff. He wants me to test it out for the maker market. So I told him, send me a couple rolls of the red ABS, and I will use it for the main color on my next Voron build. Yep, this is still printing very good. So I'm just waiting for that red ABS to show up. Everybody's printer is different, not on paper maybe, but you print all ABS at 245, 110. Okay. And this stuff probably will. Well, this low end is 245 for this one. And high end is 265, which reminds me, I did not go back into my, I've got to go back. I can do it while this is printing. I got to go back into my printer config. I changed my minimum temperature for extrusion. Let's zoom in on this a bit. Whoops. Because we were testing the filament feed path, so I changed my minimum extrusion temperature to 10, and I want to change that back. Extruder minimum extrude temperature 10. I want to change that back to 190. I think because I don't go any less than 190 for any filament. So we'll just save and close, and we'll do a stop on that later. There we go. So here's our current print. We are currently at 8%. Printing these, and according to the slicer, we're an hour and 47 minutes out, and it should finish at 9:08 p.m. It's been pretty accurate for the most part. Let's see if I turn the case lights on. How it would affect this view. Oh, it's not bad. At least I can see in it better. I like having the case lights on. So this has been my 0.1 builds I really liked. But this build, I don't know why. I think this build has been a lot more rewarding for me because of the fact that we upgraded the hot end. In other words, we upgraded to the stealth burner. We upgraded to Clockwork 2. And the clicky probe has been a game changer. So we did the clicky probe, which was another upgrade, that little kit that came with the LDO kit. So this has been a much more rewarding build because of those upgrades, and because of the fact that even though there was a lot of struggles in getting everything working properly, it is working now, and it's a really cool, rewarding feeling when we get these things going the way they should. So. Do I prefer Sparta or Polymaker ABS? I like them both. This is my first time running Polymaker ABS, so until I'll be running a fair bit of the Polymaker for these accent parts. We'll see what happens. Sparta ABS, I've run almost 2 spools of their ABS, and it's run really well. But it's been their Sparkle ABS. Sparta has really, really nice sparkle ABS colors, which are awesome, and they run like butter. I mean, they print extremely well. That's what I reprinted the Clockwork 2 on this with, was the gray sparkle, because I didn't have any black ABS left. So, and then as I say, I'll be running Matter 3D ABS for the red portion of the next printer for the red part. So it's going to be a red and yellow printer. Woo, with a space gray frame. So I should have ordered the red frame, but that's okay. And I was going to call my printer McVoron, but I can't call it McVoron now, even though it's got the red and yellow colors, because Dan, DB3D Dan, has a Voron called the McVoron. So I'm not going to use that name. I'm going to come up with a different red and yellow name. So this one here is called the Bumblebee Voron that you're watching now, because we have yellow and black Bumblebee colors. I've yet to put a decal on the inside of it, but I will be. So it's the Bumblebee. The new one, I've got to come up with another name. You checked news from Ukraine just now. World War III hasn't started yet. So far, so good. Oh, good. Oh, I watch. And I don't want to talk politics on here much, but I'm not getting into the politics of the war or anything. But I watch this guy. He streams from Russia. He is he's got like over a couple 100,000 followers now. When I first started watching him, he didn't have that many, but he has a family. He's a family man. He's a father and a husband. Just your average family man in Russia. He streams a lot. He streams about life in Russia, how much it costs to do things, et cetera, et cetera. And the latest one that he did was talking about how they're drafting people, whether you have military experience or not. And it's just a scary situation over there. But I respect this guy fully because he's just a human like you and I, just happens to live in that country. So, but anyways, it was really interesting when he was talking about police coming around drafting people up for the war, which is just, I'm sorry, I don't believe in that. But anyways, no more politics. That's good. But I'm glad that that hasn't started yet. It's a scary situation for everybody in the world, regardless of whether you like to talk about it or not. It affects everybody. I mean, look at what it's done to grocery prices and stuff. So almost Iron Man colors. That's true, Thomas. Red and yellow. I could call it the Iron Man. The Iron Man. This is a 300 millimeter. Paul Riggle. Welcome, Paul Riggle. Oh, you were on before too. I don't know if I said hello and welcome, but yeah, 300 millimeter. This one is, and the Trident is going to be a 250. So with the builds I've done and the builds I will do, I have pretty much anything covered that I could want to print now, because we have the 01s, which is a 180 by 180. We have the Trident, which is going to be a 250. We have this one, which is going to be a 300. And then in behind me, I have the Rat Rig, which is a 500. So I am basically can print pretty much any size I need to now. Yes, fertilizer used around the world. Yeah. Grocery prices are just, and I know they're the same down there as they are here in Canada. We went shopping yesterday for what would have cost us maybe $150, $130 to $150 in groceries. It was $222. And it was like, holy crap. And you need food. You need to eat. You need to feed your kids. You need to feed your family. So what can you do? We try to buy no name whenever we can now, because those prices are a little bit lower. I mean, it's just ridiculous. The sad part is that you try to eat healthy, but it's expensive to eat healthy now. A lot of the foods that aren't good for you are still reasonable priced. It's like, what do you do? So, instead of eating out at lunch when I go to my office now, because to buy an average lunch at work, a sub or whatever is, you're looking $10 to $15 for a lunch. So I've started buying $5 TV dinners. They're not bad. They're the only thing is that they have high sodium, but I don't eat a lot of salt anyways. But they're filling. They're not bad. They're good. They're the that you get some beef or potato or vegetables in them, and they're $5. So a $5 lunch. I'd rather do that than go out to one of the fast food places and spend $10 to $15. So that's only one reason exactly. There's a lot behind it. Eating out is about the same as going to a store, as those prices have not risen as fast. That's very true. It's still, again, it's a little more depends where you go. The fast food places, McDonald's, Burger King, all those, their prices, they're maintaining the price as best they can. If you go to restaurants, sit down type restaurants, they're gone up a little bit higher. But yeah, so you can eat out bad food for you, fast food that's bad for you, and save a lot of money over what you have to buy at the grocery store. That's why I say to eat healthy is expensive these days. 20-pound bag of rice and 10 pounds of dried beans. Yeah, survival for sure. It's getting to that point where, depending on what happens, depending on, how much more this is going to affect us, are you going to start stocking up? I mean, beginning of the pandemic, people started, I don't know, toilet paper, good luck buying it. Is that going to, well, even rice and everything at the beginning of that, but that's settled down a bit. Canada produces a lot of fertilizer too, so many groceries wouldn't have to be that much more expensive here. Yeah, you wouldn't think so, right? Oh, it's like gas prices too. It's like there's no rhyme or reason to the gas pricing and how that all works. But anyways. Canada produces a lot of fertilizer. That's why people say we're all full of shit. Sorry, I couldn't resist that. Couldn't resist. These prints are looking good. I'm so relieved. You know, after a week or more, a couple of weeks of stressing over this thing, this looks good. Why I didn't suspect a nozzle to begin with, I don't know. I just didn't. Is that lifting? Oh no. Sometimes when a part sort of curves up, it almost looks like it's lifting, but it's not. It's supposed to do that. So interesting. The price of fuel affects the price of everything. It does. So Jerry, interesting. I know we were talking a while back about music on our videos and stuff. I got a. This is funny. I got another. It's not a strike. I don't even remember what they call them. Where did I put it? Let's see. Is it in this? Oh no, it's my email I got. I think it was under DeWitt, under my DeWitt account. Let's see. And it says, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, maybe it wasn't under that one. Maybe it came to this email. Where is it? Because the wording is interesting on it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Wednesday. Oh, I don't know where it went. Anyways, I got something about copyright thing for. Oh, right here. A copyright claim was created for the content in Creality Ender 3 V2 hot end upgrade. That's over a year-old video. So, so I'm going to have to go back to that video. It says this is not a copyright strike. The claim does not affect your account status. And it's over claimed by Fuga, copyright agent JB Radio Edit. Any music that I've got on my videos, I made sure was not copyright. But then again, I don't know if I'm still on that service where I got that song from. So I'm gonna what I'll just do is go back and delete the music or delete the section, whatever. But that's a 1.5 year old video. So it's like it took them a 1.5 years to come up with that. So anyways. But I was looking, and I think anything from now on, I got to figure out how to work that YouTube one you showed me, but I got to figure out how to get that over to StreamYard to use in StreamYard, or just stick with the boring old StreamYard stuff and never have to worry about it. I don't know. Or just never do music in my videos. Oh, there are email scams about YouTube copyright claims, so make sure it's legit. Yeah, I always check. I always check the first thing is the from address. The email is from, and the address is basically account/no reply@youtube.com. Most of the scam stuff that comes in, if you dig deep enough into the address, you can tell it's a scam right away. Go to the video and see the strike. Not email. Oh, I see. Add the copyright free line to that video in description and then dispute it. Okay, cool. I will do that. On Monday, I'm going to go through, because I got a few of them actually. I have an intro that I use, and it's this one here. If I play 3 seconds of it, it's not going to hurt. But I have an intro that I use, this one here. Okay, and I got strikes against that, which I used that intro a ton last year. So anyways. Oh, you can make emails look as though they came from FBI Gov, so even that isn't enough. Okay, interesting. Okay. Okay, so I will go into YouTube and make sure that it is legitimate. So let's just see right now. If I go to my studio right now, number one, it's going to show I'm live. So actually, if I go and say go live, it's going to show that I'm already live. So in my YouTube studio, right now it shows I'm live. So if I click on this, I'm in the studio live. I can see my chat in here now, which is great. See, this is interesting. I've never actually viewed my. I've always stayed on StreamYard. I've never actually gone into my YouTube back end and watched my live stream from here because I can still see all the chat. Okay. Let's just see. So you get them once in a while. SoundCloud is a music repository used by thousands of freelance music producers. That's cool. And like if you get email from your credit card, don't click any links, just go directly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get so much spam email at my office. It's not funny. But there is, let's see, boom, boom. Oh, there's a little delay on the YouTube. A little bit of a delay on YouTube. But if I go in here, can I play music in here as I am streaming? That's what I would be curious about. So if I go back, stream, webcam, manage. So I don't know if I can do it while I'm streaming. So if I go into there, there's my stream, stream settings, stream health, average view duration, 27 minutes. That's perfect. Stream is healthy. Stream status is excellent. Stream settings. So there's nowhere I can go in here right at this moment and bring music in. I think the music that YouTube offers is stuff you download and use in your streams or your videos. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, which is fine. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. So we're not going to worry about that right now. But I will look in and see. So if I go back to my studio, see where it shows me my strikes. That's going to be under. Is that under monetization? It shows your strikes. Let's see. Analytics, comments, content, dashboard. Should be something on my dashboard that shows it. Important notifications. Video received copyright claim. There we are. Not affected. Channel not affected. Visibility public. Monetization is on. Content of the video. Okay, so there is one listed here. And it is that same one. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go in and look at that next week. And it's 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, and 4 of 4. So there's 4 notifications in there. And I know exactly what music they're talking about, so I can go in and do whatever I have to get rid of it. So. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, there's a lot of it out there, right? I was thinking I could even open GarageBand and make my own music, right? And I could just. I could make my own music, right? You guys could listen to a boom boom ch, a boom boom ch over and over, couldn't you? Oh, really? Okay, well, I'll have to look him up. Music Man 1017. Cool. Music Man 1017. Let's look him up just for fun. Let's go back to YouTube. Music Man 1017. Here he is. Okay, I'll keep him bookmarked and have a look and see. Okay, so far this print is going extremely well. Okay, even the tiny parts are looking good. SoundCloud, royalty free on SoundCloud. And you probably just still, I think a lot of it, as Jerry said, is just give the credit at the bottom in your description and you should be covered. But as I say, if I could, if I was half musically inclined, I could make my own music, but I'm not that inclined, really. Although I used to play the guitar, years and years ago. I could just do a guitar riff, you know, boom, 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 boom. But then somebody would probably claim it. So, anyways, it is what it is. As long as I keep talking and there's background, it's those awkward silent moments like right now, like this. Where you need the music. So that's where we need the music in. So I wonder, I'm not going to, I was thinking I should pull over that 01 and see about it, but I'm not going to, I don't want to. Got another 35 minutes on here. We'll keep an eye on this. I don't want to start into another printer right now. Yeah. Roland Zen Beats to make electronic music. It's free. Oh, is it? Roland Zen Beats. Let's have a peek. Roland Zen Beats. Music creation app. Oh, very cool. Find your creative flow. Try it for free. Interesting. The future of beat making. You know, and come to think of it, I do have, I know a couple people that actually play music. Like I know one guy, I haven't spoken to him forever. Play YouTube music on desktop and you'll hear it in the mic. Oh, interesting. Let's just see. And I have one guy. He's a musician, plays guitar. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but I could probably even he'd probably even send me some of his songs if I asked him. But I haven't seen him in years and years. Okay, if I go to YouTube and go to my studio and find the music tab. Here, let's see. Let's turn my speaker on so I can play it. And audio library. Here we go. And they've got hundreds in here. So let's find one that's, say, I don't want hip hop. We want something a little easier. Let's find pop. Chasing. What's this one? So can you actually hear that? They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. Can you actually hear that? But is it too loud? Money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Then I'll do what I want to do. I got a different path from everyone. This I picked one with the worst language possible in it. Hang on. Oh man, that's not family friendly. Let me find something that's a little more family friendly. Here. Let's try this one. Tim the Rapper. Oh, very cool, Dominic. Here, we'll try this one. This is good because this is royalty-free music directly from YouTube, and gives me something to listen to in the background as well. I just turn the mic a little bit more towards the speaker, and that way you can hear me and the music possibly. That a good idea, Jerry. Music Man 1070 is all easy listening, no vocals. Yeah. I'm surprised of all the ones I picked on YouTube first. I picked one with the F-bombs in it. I'm surprised it's actually on there. Write down the name. I'll need to add it in the description. Okay. Okay. Oh, actually, I can go. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, you can use this audio track in any of your videos, including videos that you monetize. No attribution is required. Although they say no attribution is required. YouTube may credit the artist and link the audio library from your video. Okay, they can. So YouTube may link it. You may not make available, distribute, or perform music files in this library separately from videos and other content to which you have incorporated these music. Okay. No attribution required for this one. Actually, it says that for most of them, no attribution required, but it says YouTube may go into my video and put the credit there. So that said, if you download, no, downloading it doesn't do anything. There used to be a place here where you could actually cut and paste the name of the artist. Interesting. Interesting. So no attribution means that use it, and YouTube will go in, and if they feel like it, they will put the credit in a link, which I'm fine with. This is pretty easy listening, I suppose, and I don't think it's too loud. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Oh, that ended pretty quick. Let's see what else I can find. Let's see if I can find another. Oh, it just goes to the next one. It just automatically goes to the next one. That's pretty cool, but that's a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can find another. Oh, there's a lot in here. Oh, man. Let's see if I like this guy. Nathan Moore. Dramatic pop. There we go. Watch my print go as I sing along to the tempo. Yellow ABS is so cool. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Microphone, background music, an audience. Oh, 2 people just dropped off like that, though, so I better not sing anymore. Oh, man. Oh. Well, we seem to have fixed the problem. That is excellent news. Now we can print parts, but hey, what am I going to stream about next Sunday? Well, if the parts don't come in, I got to check and see when the kit's going to come. Obviously, it won't get here if it hasn't left yet. It won't get here by next week. So maybe next week we'll get the other 01 running, or do I dare say I start doing the upgrade, tearing apart the rat rig and starting the upgrade on the rat rig. Possibly, we'll see. I have to decide what's going to go on next week. But something will happen. Even if it's just printing more parts, even if it's just more discussion, even if it's playing more non-family friendly music from YouTube. Yeah. There we go. Is that going to automatically start the next one? Let's see. Yeah, it is. Look at that. That is cool. I could install the 8 LED board for the logo light. Oh, that's true. That'd mean tearing that hot end apart again, which, you know what, I'm good at doing now. That's a good suggestion, Chuck. That involves a little bit of soldering. Did you just say that because you know it involves some soldering and there's a chance I could burn myself on stream? You can be honest. Let's see. Where did I put that? I've got it here somewhere. I have a 80XL. Where are you? Where are you, LED? That's a great idea. It's not there. Where did I put it? It's just a tiny little bag. Oh yeah, I think I put it in a bigger bag so I wouldn't lose it in the tiny bag. Or it's not that. I have to print a Steppy yet too, because I got these Steppy kits. So I got to print an LDO Steppy. Okay. Did I lose it? No, I didn't lose it. Where is it? It's not in here. Okay. Well, I like that idea, Chuck, but I just have to find the piece. Did I put it in here? No. Those are my PCBs. It's not in there. It is not in there. That is my leftover terminal blocks. Springs. There it is. Aha. There it is. It is called Good Night, Apprentice. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. We will see you next time. So this is what Chuck is referring to. It is called, what do they call it? Rainbow barf? I think it's called Rainbow barf. Let me switch views here. It's this one here is what he's referring to. So it's an 8-color LED. How come you're not focusing? There you go. It's an 8-color LED for the logo light on the stealth burner. This way. And I think they call it rainbow barf or rainbow something because of the different colors. So I could install that. Yes, that's a good idea actually. My buddy at 3D Lab Tech, my local supplier, he just gave this to me. He said, here, take this and you can put this on your stealth burner. And he just gave it to me for nothing, which is great. Probably not an expensive part, but I should put it on since he did give it to me. So, okay. Good idea, Chuck. If I have nothing else to do, I will do that next Sunday. We'll have that. There we go. Look at that. I got to look up the proper name, though. Bling Bling. There's a name. It's called... there I am. I think it's called Rainbow something. Let's you need to print a couple parts for it. Oh, okay. I'll look it up and see. I'll print the parts during the week. Floor cam up. There we go. We can do that. And we can have this camera doing its thing. I'll look up the parts. Actually, let me look right now. Let me just look at Voron. Here we are. Yeah, it's called, so here it is. Here, if I move this window over here, and I go like this, oops, not that one, I go like this, it's called the Rainbow Barf Voron LED. Yeah, that's the one he gave me right there. So it does some funky little rainbow colors like this. Look at that, while it's printing and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So I need to STLs. Okay, so we can go to the GitHub page. STLs by whooping Pochard for diffuser and carrier can be found here. So stealth burner LED diffuser beta 3. Right there. Oh, there's a diffuser right there. Look at that. I need this part. Stop. Because that's the configuration of the LEDs right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need that part. Zenbender. Hey, Dr. Derp. Zenbender is so quick on the... you are so quick on the links, my man. That's great. Let's go ahead and open that link then. Where am I? Here we are. I gotta find my link. Find your comment. There it is. Is that the same link I'm looking at? Oh no. KB3D Rainbow Barf 2 harness 1379. Okay, that's the same one. But yeah, I think I've got the Zenbender always has the links. He's so quick with it. So let's download this piece. And let's go back. What was the other piece here? We have the LED carrier. Okay, and that's the LED carrier. Let's download that piece. Okay, and then if we go back. Okay, so here's the... Carrier's got built-in supports. There's all the information for it. And look at we even got a wiring diagram. I like that. Oh, I get to do some soldering. How do I make the shinny? Shinny or shiny? Clipper LED effect plugin. some instructions for me. Let's have a look. Oh, perfect. Harness installation tips. Oh, wow. There's a lot of stuff out there about the barf. That's pretty cool. Okay, production files. What's that? Let's see. Circular panel, bill of materials. Oh, that could be fun. Well, we'll have to do this. We'll definitely have to do this. Example code. Okay, so we can have a stealth burner config file or a LED config file. Here we go. Oh, very cool. Okay. Well, we got lots of fun. We got lots of fun then for next week. Lots of fun. Okay, let's keep that window open. And then he says the Rainbow Bar 4 on LED is brought to you by the Lightweight Labware. More information found on their GitHub page. Oh, that's where I was just at. So cool. We'll keep that bookmarked, although we already have that open. So we'll keep that open and we will have fun with that next week. I like that idea. That is awesome. $12 touch plus printing. Free shipping in Canada on orders over $100 before tax. There we go. Perfect. My eyes are lopsided. Hang on. Oh, this way. This way. This way. This way. Print is coming along great. No issues at all. And the chamber, I can feel the warmth of the chamber too. I don't have a chamber thermistor, but I would imagine. Oh yeah, it's nice and toasty in there. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Wait, don't run. This kind of trouble could be lots of fun. Are you guys ready for this? Come on, come on. Hang on, let me unlock the tracking feature here. Boom. Come here. Come here. You got to get up. You got to come up right here. Look right in there. No, come over here. Come over here.
Hit that like button.
No, that's not. You need more energy than that. Come on. More energy.
Hit that like button.
No, not good enough. Come on.
Hit that like button and subscribe. Bye.
That's more like the energy I want. Good night.
Good night. 2 seconds left.
You going to bed now?
Yeah, I'm already.
Oh, you're already in bed. Oh, okay. Already in bed. Mama sent him down to say, hit that like button and subscribe. That's better. Let's move my head over. No, this way. No, I don't. Hang on. Boom. And there. There we go. Yeah. Oh, curmudgeon, hello. Man or mutant, hello. You want those pajamas? There you go. Ethan, your pajamas are popular. Man, I don't wear pajamas to bed, but you know, some cold nights. I'm a cold night sleeper. I'll crack the window open in the winter, cold air under the blankets. But sometimes you just want to. Yeah. Steve Builds, hello, hi, how are you? Thanks for dropping in, my friend. We're printing. Now, Steve, I don't know if you recall. A few weeks ago, you popped in on my stream. You need to hit that button. Done. A few weeks ago, you mentioned something about, because I've got my 01s over here. I've got the 24 right here that we just finished building. We're all tuned up, and guess what we're printing parts for? And it's all your fault. We are printing parts for a Trident. So You suggested it, and myself, Jason, and Sparta 3D made it happen. So we are going to be building a Trident in the near future. Yeah. But hey, I'm not putting any blame on anybody, but I think that's a good thing to be blamed for. So, yeah. It's going to be a 250, which is probably it's a perfect fit. We got the 201s over here that are 180s. We got this one, which is a 300. So the 250 Trident will fit right in between, and then right in behind me, right there, we have our 500 millimeter rat rig, which is so it covers the whole spectrum, everything all the way up. So I can print a keychain, or I can print a R2D2 full dome on that. So hello, Ricky D. 500 FTW. 500 FTW. 500 for the what? For the what? But the rat rig's down right now. Well, it's not down. I can print on it, but I have an upgrade kit for the VCore 3.1 upgrade, which replaces a lot of parts, a lot of pulleys, and a lot of the mechanics. For the win. 500 for the win. So yeah. So yeah, we struggled. Oh gosh, it's been a frustrating 2 weeks because I was getting under extrusion on the stealth burner here. So my prints were coming out looking like this. No, it's hard to see in the yellow, but there you go. You can kind of see it right there. That's how the prints were coming out looking with. This is Polymaker yellow ABS. They were crappy. So skipping to the punchline, last thing I thought of was a clogged Revo nozzle, because I've heard they're hard to clog. But so we took apart the hot end. We reprinted a Clockwork 2 just because. We took apart that hot end and the Clockwork 2 probably a dozen times in the last week to ensure I've been doing it right. And, you know, they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Well, I almost went insane. Then it was suggested last night, I think, or Friday, that it was like, could it be the nozzle? And I thought, well, I don't think so, but so I switched to another Voron, another Revo nozzle, 0.4, and this is what we're getting. We're getting good prints. This is the first one that we put off it. That was a test right here. And the difference was, I mean, you can't even see the layer lines. It's such a good print. But the difference was day and night on this thing. So it gave us a perfect print. So we're printing a bunch more of the accent parts. It's going to be red and yellow. Yes, it might be the Iron Man, who knows? But Revo Clog, yeah, exactly. Who'd have thunk? That's why I didn't even go there to begin with. That's why because it was pushing filament through. I would load the filament in, and it was, if I went to 5 millimeters a second on the load, it was skipping. If I went to 2 or 1, it was fine, and it was pushing filament. Okay, start a print, crappy print. So I thought, well, there's got to be something wrong. I checked the current of the motor. I checked that the gears were meshing properly. I took it apart so many times. I can take it apart and put it together in my sleep right now. So, yeah, that's how often I strip that thing down. So, good news is I'm good at putting that hot end together and taking it apart now. I could do it in my sleep. It'll be great for doing the Trident build. But if you want to say bad news is it was quite stressful, but I learned a lot. And last thing I thought of was a clogged Revo nozzle. So yeah. The nozzle the nozzle that dragged across the plate. Well, the reason that nozzle bent, you guys have probably seen the Twitter I did with the bent nozzle, and I showed it on here, is because something caused, and I don't know, when I was homing, Something caused when the gantry went back, it didn't quite go back all the way, and when it came over, it missed the Z switch. So it missed it, and it just kept going down and down and down, which bent the nozzle. Thank goodness the nozzle took the brunt of the damage. Nothing else was damaged. So I thought, okay, well, it's just a nozzle. It bent. It saved the hot end, blah, blah, blah. I bent the nozzle back to what I thought was perfectly straight. And I'm positive that what's printing right now is that formerly bent nozzle that I straightened out. So, and the Revo nozzle that was clogged is this guy right here, which I've unclogged, but I don't know if I trust it. I mean, I've unclogged it, no problem. So I can, this thing wouldn't go in half as far as it's going in right now. So I unclogged the nozzle, no problem. I just don't know if I trust it. Like, why would it have clogged? It ran some PLA. I switched from PLA to ABS. There was no reason to have a clog in this. So anyways, hey, John, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Yeah. You had fun calibrating your extruder when you updated the Octo Clipper to mainsail. Oh, that would have been fun, yeah. You did the conversion, but it was still off. Basically knew the filament you had loaded was calibrated, so adjusted the rotation to get the correct flow. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I'll try this nozzle again one day. I'm not going to say, okay, well, let's put it in again and try printing some more ABS parts, because you know what? They're printing fine right now, and if it ain't broke, I'm not going to fix it. So we're going to keep this nozzle that's printing right now on until, and maybe I'll try this one day later. We'll try that. Maybe I'll throw, because I've got a whole other, I've got a whole other hot end here that I can use. This will probably go on the Trident. So maybe the Trident will be the sucker to test out this nozzle to see if it's working or not. So, because I haven't, I'm pretty sure it's not going to come with a hot end, but or it might come with a Dragonfly. I'm not sure what it's going to come with, so we'll see. You have to disassemble the extruder to get the stepper unmounted for free airflow calibration. Speaking of calibration, etc., another interesting thing that just something I went through during this was, when I do an E-step calibration, I'm not sure if that's what it's called in Clipper, but that's what I'm calling it right now. I think Clipper calls it a flow calibration or something. I'm just trying to get to my screen here to see what. Oh, we're at 55%. There we go. So when I do the flow calibration or E-steps, whatever we want to call it, I've always done it with the hot end in, pushing filament through, measuring the 100, the 120, blah, 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 doing the math and changing the numbers. So that's how I did it when I did the calibration for the 2.4 here that's printing. And I thought, okay, and other people say, well, no, I know Nero, for instance, he does it, he pulls the hot end off, puts a filament in, calibrates filament, pushing through without any resistance from the hot end. So anyway, so one of the things I tried when we were going through this struggle, I think I did it yesterday or Friday, I don't remember, is I took the hot end off, took the nozzle out, went into my config file, told it minimum extrude temperature 10 degrees, and we threw the filament in and it was extruding fine. So that kind of eliminated that the motor wasn't there. And I even put pressure on it and it was pulling it through. So there was nothing wrong with the clockwork too as far as anything slipping. And so I thought, okay, well, I have this off. Let's check and see how much filament it's pulling when I measure 100. And so I put my little gauge. I have a little, I have these gauges that I printed, and these basically are, what these are, and I've checked the accuracy on these. So basically these are little things that basically have your 100 and 120 millimeter marks on them. And I have different colors depending on what color filament you're doing. Makes it easier. So we marked 100 and 120 on the filament using my gauges. I extruded 50 millimeters once, 50 millimeters twice, and it was bang on 100 millimeters. So I calibrated it with a nozzle in, and then I tested it yesterday with the nozzle out and 100 millimeters. So Failed to enter whiteboard mode. I didn't want you to enter whiteboard mode. You know, for a smart camera, you're not very smart. So yeah. So that was an interesting little tidbit, that the fact that I calculated it with the nozzle in, pushing hot filament through, and then I calculated it without the nozzle, and it was exactly 100. It was bang on. So you do free air to get the extruder dead on, then adjust for the nozzle in the slicer. Interesting. You do it with the nozzle on. It's the state that the printer is in when you're requesting 100 millimeters if you are doing a print. Truth, right? You get the free flow dead on, but then you have 92-ish in the slicer. You're about 94 for flow. And we calculated my flow, and my flow was, I think, 96. So that was a separate test on its own altogether. So if you push it slow enough, then it shouldn't matter if the nozzle, if nozzle on or not. Yeah, I suppose so. I was pushing it at, what was I pushing it at? I would have been pushing it at 5 millimeters a second, which equivalates to what, about 12 millimeters cubed as far as a flow goes. So this nozzle apparently is rated, these Voron, these Revos are, I keep calling them Voron, but it's a Voron Revo hot end. These Revos are rated, I think they said, at 10 cubic millimeters per second, I believe, is the maximum rating for these as far as flow. So, and 5 meters per second, let me see. 5 millimeters per second. I don't remember where I read the calculation, but 5 millimeters per second equivalates to about a 12 cubic millimeter flow. 15 cubed on a Revo's, okay. I don't know where I read 10, 15, okay, maximum 15. Well, that's why I have 15 set for my flow in the slicer. So, yeah, I believe I have that set for 15 in the slicer. Let's see what it is. What it is. It is oh, where am I? There we no. Oh, there we are. Yeah, 15. Yeah, I've got it set at 15. And let's see. I'm still figuring my way around this super slicer. There's so many, and I've got because I got the expert mode open, so everything is showing. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so there we go. Boom. We are 51 minutes away from the finished print, but we are at 8 o'clock as well. But we still have a lot of viewers, so I'll stay on for another half hour or so. Yeah, because we have a lot of people on here, so I don't mind staying on and chatting. Jason, the printer is running beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The problem was, of all things, last thing I thought of, or the community thought of, was a clogged Revo nozzle. This little guy here was the culprit. Yep. The Titan clone is a stout bugger. That was on the old mount. Oh, okay. So, I missed. You always need to check. Okay, your micro Swiss can run about 14 millimeters cubed per second at 220 Celsius. The extruder started to bend the printed mount above, so you backed it off. Okay. It's running good. We're running our second set of prints. The first one, after we got it all figured out, there's the first print. This is in Polymaker ABS. It's so clean, you can't, it looks, I mean, with my naked eye, yeah, I know I have a naked eye. I like going around with my eyes naked. I can't see the layer lines with my naked eye on this thing. It is that good of a print. So it's doing good. So there's my first part. Officially the first part printed and ready for the Voron Trident. So there it is. There it is. But a clogged nozzle. Last thing I thought of, because I have heard, and I guess I should stop basing things on what I hear. Why is this camera still going off center on me? There we go. I've heard it's hard to clog a Revo, but obviously it's not because I clogged a Revo somehow. It's the last thing I thought of. Ben Brady. Hello, Ben. I haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing? Millimeters cubed per second. You get stuck on the Excel's units. Yeah, there's a lot to learn. My goodness. When you step into the world of Clipper and Vorons, I mean, my brain, it's good. It's keeping my brain young. My almost 60-year-old brain is being kept very young. So, speaking of which, there's no stream next Sunday. I do have a stream on Saturday night, but no stream next Sunday because I am being taken out for a birthday dinner by family. So, yeah. I will be out enjoying some delicious food next Sunday, fattening myself up for the winter. No, I don't think it was the bent Revo I clogged, old curmudgeon. Honestly, I swear to you that the Revo that's printing right now was the bent Revo that I straightened out. So then I will be completely 60 years old. Yes, I will. Thanks, old curmudgeon. So YouTube shorts. Okay, I want to see what you posted there. You are the king of posting links. Let's see. Oh, I see. Can you burn out an E3D Revo? Okay, okay, that nozzle melted. Okay. Well, hang on. Hang on. Let's not just keep this to myself. Let's move this over. That's an interesting little thing that you posted there. Thank you, Ben. I hope you're feeling better. Everything going, but that's good to hear, Ben. I know you were having a few issues, so hopefully everything's settled down for you. Okay, a few people on Twitch. There are 7 people on Twitch. Yes. Yeah, Jason's on Twitch. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part is you guys don't see both chats. But yeah, there's a few people on Twitch. Jason's on Twitch. He's pretty much the only one active in the chat on Twitch right now, but there's 7 people watching on Twitch altogether. So if I switch over here, this is interesting what Zenbender just posted, talking about can you burn a Revo nozzle? So let's go back and watch this, see what it does. So it looks like there's a standard E3 nozzle that they're burning. Is that an E3? There's a picture of somebody. So there we have our Revo nozzle. They're pulling it out. That's a 0.4 nozzle he just dropped. Picked it up again. That's like magic. So there's how this thing works. 22.9 millimeters of a hot zone. So here we're going to burn it. Why is he so shaky? Hold still. Oh, okay. So interesting. So basically what he did, looks like what he did was unclog the nozzle by heating it up and burning it. And yesterday on the stream, somebody said that they don't suggest that you use a torch to unclog a Revo nozzle. So go figure. Only if cold pulls won't clear it. Okay. I did cold pulls on this sucker. Trust me. I cold pulled this thing. Where is this? Oh, that's a little better. I felt a little off center. There we go. Burn out the filament residue. Yep. Chat doesn't move unless you manually refresh. Oh, that's odd. And Zenbender says, hello, Twitch people. See, if I do this and show the chat, both streams, let me make sure. Yeah, both streams can see if I highlight the chat. So like this one here, torch is a good way to destroy the nozzle. It is too, isn't it? I'm always off. Thank you, old curmudgeon. I'll consider that a compliment. So what's going on this one here? There we go. There we're still printing. Look at that nice sign, OC. Look at that. Look at that sign that I got up there. Where's Llama? That's a sign courtesy of Thomas Llama. Chat issue is on the Twitch app. YouTube is okay. Okay, interesting. Then we have my bench view. Here's my, I got to work on this guy. The 0.1 here needs a little bit of work. The one next to it is printing just fine. And that's the rat rig behind me right there, which is going to get an upgrade pretty soon. And then, oh, that's my desk view. And then over here we have all my spare parts. This whole unit is pretty much full of spare parts and tools and anything you could think of that needs 3D. And then that right up there is a little Prusa Mini too in the middle there. So yeah. Oh, wrong way. Come on, move over. Come on, gimbal. There you are. Maria and Ethan are doing great. They're in bed right now. Maria may be listening to the stream. Ethan came down and did his thing a little while ago, but they're doing great. Ethan is growing up so fast. Grade 1 this year, and my goodness, every day something new. So he's doing great. Jason says, I put a Revo in the V Minion. You'll probably go back to the Copperhead. It just isn't giving you equal quality. You were looking forward to no tool nozzle swaps. Yeah. So, well, I've been hearing a lot about the different quality issues with the Revos, but, you know, I don't know. First visit to the office since you started in January 21. Wow, that'll be sort of interestingly weird maybe for you. That's a long time. You've got to get up early. Well, you better go to bed early. In that case. Oh, there we go. Some of these parts are. A couple of the parts are already done. It's working on the other ones, and we have, according to the 66% of the way there, 41 minutes remaining. I don't know if I'm going to make it past 41. I was going to shut down at 8, but I'll shut down at 8:30. Make it a 3-hour stream since we still have 23 people involved. We have 15 on YouTube and 8 on the Twitches. 3 days a week starting next month. Okay. Now that angry face, does that mean that's too few or too many for you? Would you rather hired in remote? Oh, I see. So you'd rather stay home and work remotely, of course. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't, right? So I'm also excited to try out the other colored Voron nozzles, the 0.25 and a 0.8, and then I've got the 0.6 on the other hot end right there. So we have this guy, which will probably go on the Trident, and right now it's got the 0.6 nozzle on there. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, there goes your raise this year in time and fuel, etc. Oh, that's crazy, isn't it? 3-hour tour. Exactly. These are my tool bags from the 3 Voron builds so far. I haven't even taken the tools out yet. That's a shame. And I've got 2 of those really cool heat inset tools, brand new ones too. So, and then this little guy, let's see if I can get this bag open. Decided to hop over where the cool kids are. Hey, Jason, good job. Jason taught me how to open one of these little bags the other day, and this is the cutest little drill bit I have ever seen. Like, come on, hang on. That must be like a half a mil, no, maybe that's a 1 millimeter bit. Stop focusing on my face. My face isn't that important. I can't read the side of it to tell me what size it is, so, but I think it's a 1 millimeter. It's cute, but I don't have a place for it in my drill bit holder. So it's got to stay in its plastic bag. And I don't know what purpose it served in the kit because I never used it. You'll still be sitting on Teams calls all day, so why? Yeah, I hear you, old curmudgeon. Finally broken out a couple printers to use. Christy and I are still living in an RV in our friend's driveway. Very limited room here. Yeah, I guess there's not much room. That would be very tight. But at least if you can get a couple printers and working on them and printing, yay, that'd be great. I should show you my hout-sized set. Some need a pen vise to hold them. Oh, no doubt. Let's see what else I got in these goodie bags. So we have a lot. Oh, they have another drill bit here, and it's a little bigger. This looks like 1.5 millimeters maybe. So we should put that in the other bag with it. So that's a good idea. So next week, if you guys didn't see or hear, if you weren't on here, we are going to do the, for lack of nothing better to do, because I'm pretty sure the Trident won't show up by then, but we will put the, we're going to put on the Rainbow Barf. We're going to put the Rainbow Barf LED on the Stealth Burner. Woohoo! Should be fun. See if we can barf some rainbows. RV living is okay for about a week or 2, maybe 2 long term. Yeah. Well, and you know what? I think it's harder if you're in a climate like we are here. If I'm not mistaken, Ben, you're in Texas. And I don't know what the winters get like there, but you would not want to be in an RV in the winter here. Not at all. There's another drill bit. And we'll put all the little spare hex keys in one bag here. Yeah, it would be. It would be. You'd get a little. What's the word I'm looking for? Cabin fever, I guess, is what they call it. I think cabin fever. Yeah. Is there another drill bit in here? There is. So I have all kinds of tiny drill bits from these kits. Drill bit kits. And I really like these little heat inset tools for the soldering irons are great. So 2 spare of those. You'll be in Texas Wednesday. The summer was brutal. Oh gosh. So that's the opposite of what I'm saying, right? I'm saying the winters would be tough. But yeah, the heat in the summer would be brutal, especially if you don't have AC. That would be tough. Tough to put up with. Man, I feel for you there, Ben. I couldn't do it. I don't think I could do it. You'll be in Texas on Wednesday. I've been to Texas a couple times. Once or twice. I think once I've been to Texas. Corpus Christi. I was at Corpus Christi once. Been to Dallas. Been through the Big D. Yeah, and Corpus Christi, and I think that's pretty much my only time I've been to Texas. We it was long, many years ago, and we drove down there, drove from Corpus Christi over to Nuevo Laredo and crossed the border into Mexico. It's pretty cool. tiny, smallest bit in your set is 0.04 inches. Holy crap, that is tiny. It's been 30 plus years since you were in Amarillo. Amarillo by morning. You know, I couldn't resist that. I'm sorry. I just couldn't resist. See, I sang and my viewership just dropped by 2 people. I got to stop that. I really got to stop that. Okay. We are doing good here. Yeah, these parts are great. I am so relieved that this is all working out now. Okay, we got next week's stream all lined up. Good. That was a great idea. You get to see me. Jason, you want to be around next Sunday? DMCA strike incoming. Yeah, no, it has to be 10 seconds or something. Jason, you're going to want to be around next stream next Sunday because there's going to be soldering involved. Hot soldering iron with these fingers on tiny LEDs. So you might want to be here to watch just in case. DMCA, Digital Music Corporation of America strike incoming. 100 plus 8 months of the year in Nevada. Friday was high 90s. Yesterday we had 12-hour windstorm. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm going to show it anyways. Yesterday morning. Okay. Wednesday we were 22 degrees Celsius. 44, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday morning, my backyard. Look at you guys in Nevada, you guys in Texas. Look. Okay, that's what I woke up to. You know, gotta love this place. Right. 3 to 4 centimeters, they said on the news. 3 to 4 centimeters. Talk 4 to 5 or 6 inches. And heavy. I call it the Widowmaker snow because it's heavy. It's warm. It's mild out, so it's heavy snow to shovel. You don't miss the white stuff one bit. No. Well, I mean, it's a fact of life, and it's not. Vancouver and Toronto. I don't know if I'm pointing it. Anyways, Vancouver and Toronto, sunny in the 20s Celsius. So, you are officially. Where is my YouTube channel here? And YouTube, and get on here, and I am officially going to block somebody. Where'd he go? I think somebody already blocked him for me. Cool. Good. Oh, that was on Twitch. You get to go. What do I do? Click to reply? No. How do I ban a thing on Twitch? Huh. I don't know how to hide that. I'll have to figure that out. Okay. Type /ban username. Okay, good. Let's do that. /ban. Oops. /ban. And then, oops. /ban at LOUAY_FL. There we go. Cool. I don't condone. I condone, or I don't. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't condone, or do I condone? Anyways, he was on there. For those of you that didn't see it, yes, I will, Jason. For those of you that didn't see it, he was posting a link to buy subscriptions. If I do that, and I do, how do I do that? Let's see. Right mouse click. No. Boom, 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 boom. I'm trying, Jason. Mod. There you go. Jason's a mod there. Jason can handle those guys. 3D Sebastian, you tuned into my stream 10 minutes ago. While watching yours, I saw that Artillery is also streaming, and they're a lucky wheel in the preview picture. Clicked on it too. 30 seconds later, you won it. Whoa, good for you, 3D Sebastian. Awesome. What'd you win? That is awesome. What'd you win? I got to know. An Artillery Genius. Oh, very cool. Nice. Oh, MIRC. Oh my God, I haven't heard that. In like, oh my God, Internet Relay Chat. I haven't heard that in years. That's how old I am. Yeah, I've heard that's a good printer too. That is awesome. Congratulations on that, 3D Sebastian. S3 Sebastian. Used to run IRC, been 20 plus years. Cool. Yeah, I don't tolerate those kind of posts. I mean, the spam is one thing, but when somebody actually comes on trying to get people to buy subscribers, no. That's not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. Now, if I got a shout out on Mr. Beast's channel, anyways, that's a whole other story. Oh, very cool. Oh, okay, it's just a bot. Okay. Okay, Jason. I don't know if I could afford you. Yeah, YouTube. I've been lucky. There was only one tonight. They haven't spammed me. They haven't spammed me in a while. So the one tonight was the first in a while. So Twitch has those bots and YouTube has the dating bots. Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Jason, do you take American Express? Used to run a FidoNet mode back in the 80s. Holy crap. In the 80s. From an Apple IIE. Old technology, you guys. Wow. Incredible. Oh. Why is it 8:30? I might as well go to 9. Let's see these prints finish. What the heck? There's only 23 minutes left in it. Something like that. The little pieces are all done. Just working on a few of the bigger ones right now. So 26 of you on right now. I appreciate everybody that is tuning in. If you're new here and you're 25, I start talking and they drop like flies. Come on. Anyways, if you're on YouTube, over here, it's always backwards in here. Over here, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you give me a thumbs down, still subscribe, just because I might do something one day you do like. And if you're on Twitch, just go ahead and do a follow on Twitch. And that'd be great, because follows and subscribes on YouTube, a subscribe is free, and on Twitch, a follow is free. And a thumbs up is just a matter of taking your little and click. And if you accidentally hit the thumbs down, that's okay too. YouTube does not distinguish between the two when it comes to their algorithms and their the participation thing. So a 3.5 hour tour. The printer started getting rough. The filament was clogged. I want to write a song to the tune of another song. So if I sing the tune of another song with different lyrics, will I get a copyright strike? No, I shouldn't. You got to think about it. I want to sing a song called I Like Streaming. Now, who out there can guess what song you would make a song called I Like Streaming? What song would you take the music from? What did I do with the money? You always click a thumbs down. That's good, Jason. Thank you. What did I do with the money? Oh, for the singing lessons? Good one, Ben. I bought 3D printers. Yep. That's what I did with the money. Thumbs down. The funny thing is on YouTube, Baby Got Back. No, that's not the tune. No. It actually makes perfect sense, the tune I'm thinking of. And I've even got half the lyrics written for my song called I Like Streaming. You know, you can see how many likes. Like I've got 23 likes. I just click it myself, so I've got 24. But they don't give you the dislike count. Matter of fact, they don't even tell you if you've got a dislike, which is pretty cool, I suppose. Not that it would bother me. I mean, if I had 23 and 4, so be it. You got a bolt. Thanks, old curmudgeon. Talk to you later. Dominic Versetto for the win. I like streaming, because streaming can make you mine. Anyways. You can still see the dislike count? Seriously? Oh. I can't see it. I cannot see it at all. You got a bolt? Well, I got a nut. Hang on, that just didn't come out right. Okay, let's take that back. No, they changed that a while ago. You have special YouTube mobile app and a browser plugin. Oh, okay. Okay. So you're just special is what you're telling us. Demonetized? No. I'm just worried if I do too much of that somebody, look what happened to Justin Bieber, okay? He started by playing music on a video. I'm worried about the attention I might get if it. I wasn't waving at you, camera. Stop that. I'm just worried about the attention that I might get if I sing too much on my stream and the wrong or the right person listens to it. I just don't want that kind of fame. I really don't. So I got to be very careful because I don't have time to become a star. I don't. I have just too much other stuff on the go. So, okay. Thanks, Old Curmudgeon. Thank you for hanging out. It's much appreciated. So, yeah, I've got to minimize my vocal greatness on my streams because, yeah, it's I don't have time for that. Jason. Yeah. By this time, for sure. Yeah, I'm gone. Really, for sure this time I'm gone. Oh yeah, somebody left because I went from 25 to 22 viewers. Look at that. Were you streaming, were you watching 3 different devices, Old Curmudgeon? You must have been. No. Yeah. Yeah, who has time to become a star? All that fame, all that money, all that fortune. It's crazy. I don't want to become a Mr. Beast. I lie. Who wouldn't want 125 million subscribers? But there's pressure involved in that to create content that you've got to continuously hit that bar. Being a star is a young man's game. So what are you saying, Jason? Just because I'm turning 40 next week, am I going to get an OnlyFans channel? For this? Are you kidding? Maybe. Jason, how do you do that? I like that emote. If y'all want to hear some good music, hit me up on my YouTube channel. Yeah, apparently you can carry the tune, right? And you play guitar or guitar. I love that little character you make. That's done on the keyboard, I take it. Onlytoes.com. Onlytoes.com. Oh, man. Well, hey, when I heard, and I don't know who I heard it from, maybe Maria heard it from, when I heard that people, okay, this is just something I don't really want, but anyways, stop it. My hand is up because I'm making a point. That's the gesture for doing a face search on my camera. So I want you back there. No, I don't want you that far. I want you right there. When I heard that you can bottle a fart and sell it, then it's like, seriously, nothing surprises me now. Nothing. So, yeah. I got to stop doing. I'm going to give you this gesture, camera. What are you going to do with that one, huh? Then it's got the old zoom where you go pull up to zoom in. Oh, I got to be lower. Up to zoom in and down to zoom out. Up to zoom in and down to zoom out. There we go. But they you got to make an L, so it's like calling yourself a loser, right? At least they don't say put it on your forehead. Would you have room for that much stock, though? No. Or bath water. Isn't it just crazy what people will do these days? Like anyways. It's ludicrous. 86% printed, 15 minutes left. Oh, and then you know what I get to watch before I go to bed tonight? So, okay. Hands up if you're a Walking Dead fan. Anybody out there Walking Dead fans? Sunday night after I stream, I watch Walking Dead. And if Jason's on my stream, I just imagine him as one of the characters. I'm sorry, Jason. I had to. Payback's a bitch. No. I love The Walking Dead. It's the last season. Or the last, we're on the last episodes. But, is that a yes? But, if you're a Walking Dead fan, you know this. But anyways, stop. Like, whoa. Okay, stop with the following my face just because I got to stop gesturing that way. I think I can actually disable those gestures, but sometimes I want it to follow me. Other times it's just creepy. They're coming out with spin-offs. So, anyways, 3 spin-offs from The Walking Dead, and I'm really excited about it because they've all got really cool characters in them. I don't want to spoil it for you in case you're going to watch the series or whatever, but yeah, 3 spin-offs. Which is great. I think that's one of my favorite shows. I love that whole series. They lost a lot of viewers. I know because our employee Michelle, she was a big Walking Dead fan. That Negan incident, remember Negan and Lucille? You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Sorry, couldn't resist. The Negan and Lucille incident lost a lot of viewers apparently because of how brutal it was. But he's redeemed himself, etc., etc., etc. So yeah. You don't like The Walking Dead, Ben? I like it because it kind of you quit it after season 5 or so. Yeah. It's gotten good, but the spin-offs look really good. So I like it. I'm not necessarily a fan of the other ones that are on right now, like Beyond the Walking Dead and the blah, blah, blah. But these ones, the spin-offs that are coming are actually characters from this series, including Negan. And they just look so good. But yeah. There's a few series that I really, really like. And but not a lot. There's a lot that I don't care if I see them or not. So, and I'm disappointed. Like I was big into Criminal Minds. Loved that show. I was so disappointed when it ended, but it's got to end, right? All these things have to end. And then Law and Order. I love the Law and Order series. So they are good. They are very well written. You got bored with it. Yeah. It had a couple seasons that were like, come on, guys, like really? And then they've picked it up a little bit more. So some shows run too long for their own good, but Ben, Criminal Minds is coming back with some of the same cast. Are you freaking kidding me? I love that show. Westworld is awesome. I haven't caught up with it fully yet, but Westworld, Zen, I love that show. I'm excited where they're taking it. And you think about it, Westworld is like, come on, that's the future of 3D printing, if you ask me. They just need to make it to Oprah's private island, kill off the zombies, and live happily ever after. Yeah, Westworld is an awesome series. If you haven't watched, I mean, who remembers the old? Oh, I'm not gesturing, camera. Who remembers the old Yul Brynner Westworld movie? That was a great movie for its time, right? And then when they started the Westworld series, it's like, oh, incredible. So, yeah, that's a great show too. So. I mean, it's like everybody's fantasy, right? Maybe not everybody's, but go. I mean, you think about it, a theme park like that where you can just do anything with no ramifications, et cetera, and it's like, holy cow, that's great. But the way they've done this series and written this show is genius. So Jason has seen the original Westworld, yeah, with Yul Brynner, and I think he's the only one I remember from it. But yeah, it was great. Zombie movie like Train to Busan. I haven't seen that one. I'll have to look that up, Dominic. Westworld just might be taking up about 150 gigs of space on your Plex server. Huh, maybe just that little bit. I just watch it on demand on Crave, so as I need to watch them. I don't have a lot of time to watch them, but every once in a while I'll, usually in the evenings when I'm done, like tonight I'm going to watch my Walking Dead, and so allegedly, there we go, allegedly. We are almost done here, guys. 8 minutes. We are on the last legs of these prints. And we have officially started the Trident. Well, semi-officially. A 3.5 hour stream. A 3.5 hour stream. I'm still streaming Star Trek. Oh, okay. The original? James Brolin and Dick Van Patten. Could very well be. Anyways, great show. Great show. I hope that goes on for a bunch of seasons. And based on the direction they're taking Westworld, I can see it going on for a few years yet. So hopefully. The original, I love. So in our cable that we get here, you think it went downhill, Dominic? They had to take it somewhere. There was a point where it was like, oh, come on. But now where they've taken it now, I think is really, really cool the way they've taken it now, because there's so many different ways they can go with this now and so many different storylines they can do. I do have a resemblance to the skipper. Gilligan. I do? Maybe with a little more facial hair. Here in Calgary, Monday nights, on Mondays, you can binge watch or whatever. They have like 10 episodes, Star Trek. On Tuesdays, it's Star Trek The Next Generations. On Wednesdays, it's Star Trek Voyager. On Thursdays, it's Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And then on Fridays, it's the newer Star Trek. So 5 days a week, you can get Star Trek here. Every once in a while, I love sitting down watching the original Star Trek show because it's so, I don't know, it's great for its time. Watching it today with the young William Shatner, blah, blah, blah. It's so cheesy sometimes. I did not signal to move. Stop camera. And let's go back where we should be. There we go. Every Star Trek series ever made. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Deep Space Nine. Is it Star Trek Deep Space Nine? DS9? Anyways. Got slow, strange for a bit, but I think it's good again. Yes. Yeah, it is good again. Tim Conway. It's funny you should say that. I've gotten that Tim Conway thing a lot of times. And let me show you something that I've saved, because people think, when people say, you look like Tim Conway, I say, really? And then, so what I did one time was I did a comparison thing of me. So there's me. So who's who? There is me and Tim Conway. So there is a little bit of resemblance, right? So I got confused on a cruise ship one time for being Tim Conway, and I just denied it. Anyways, I'm a little more funny than he is, just a little. Okay, he's good. He's really good. I could have taught him a few more things. It is what it is, right? They wanted me to go on the Carol Burnett show instead of him. I said, guys, I'm busy. You camera. Stop. Next time you're going in a timeout. Anyways, yeah. No, I had to turn her down. Yeah. Tell them I'm his brother and they'll believe me. He's a little older now. Little older. He's my older brother. Strange New Worlds. Is that a new one? I'll have to look. I've heard of that one, Jason. I'll have to look that up. I watched 2 episodes of the new show that just came out on Prime. It's called it's the one about the virtual reality thing. She puts the headset on and yada yada. Anyways, it was really good. But there's only 2 episodes out so far, so yeah. Seriously? When did he die? I don't keep up with it, so I loved his dwarf character, but he was awesome on Carol Burnett. If you weren't really a big Tim Conway fan, and who wasn't, Google some of his Carol Burnett show ones, and when he makes them laugh, I mean, oh man, I watch them over and over sometimes, and you have to laugh at him, especially when he makes the cast come out of character. It's priceless. 2019, seriously? Oh. Why is my printer printing air? Are you trying to get my goat Zen bender? It's not. It's printing the tall parts. Okay, I know. Made me look. Harvey Korman, yeah. Him and the dentist scene, okay? The scene when they're in the dentist chair. Oh. Yeah, you did make me look. I'm like looking up at the screen and I'm like, are you serious? Like, and I had to look. With 2 minutes and 36 seconds left. We are on layer 84. What? That can't be right. It says we're on layer 84 of 201, but yet it says we're 95% finished. Yeah, I think your layer count is off, Mainsail. Devs is good. Devs. You did get me. And that's going to be there for anybody who happens to watch this stream later. They're going to see that you got me. You got me good. Because I'm looking at it up on the screen here on the left where you guys are watching it. And I'm like, I can't quite see the tip of the nozzle. And I'm like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Well, that's interesting. If you look at the screen here, right? Oops, make it bigger, Tim. It says it's on layer 87 of 201, but yet there's only 1 minute and 22 seconds left, and it's 95% printed. So how is it going to print 114 layers? It doesn't know what it's doing. It doesn't know what it's doing there. It's a little confused here because there's no way that we're only on layer 88. Unless there's a tall piece that's going to print. Oh, you know what? It's this piece right here. This little guy right here is going to print really fast. Is that the one that's on now? No, not quite. There's no way. Wait, hang on. Yeah, that tall piece. There's no way it's going to finish that in the next. Okay, estimate 4 minutes. Slicer says 22 seconds. Okay, maybe the 4 minute estimate right here is more accurate. And maybe it'll zip through that tall piece like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, they are small layers, obviously. Laters. Okay, I can accept that fact. Let's go to the floor cam. Let's make this big and me small now, because we're on the last legs here. The one that I find accurate The one that I always find accurate on this is the ETA of 8:57 p.m. I find that to be fairly accurate. Okay, here we are on this one. This is the, oh no, we got a couple more tall pieces here. Let's see. Oh no, it's got a few minutes left. Where's that ban button? Oh, just so you guys left over on Twitch can see what I'm putting up with over here. Look, see, look what I put up with. Oh, I'm telling you. It's a good thing I like you, man. No. One part is warped. You're not going to get me to look over. What? No, I'm not falling. I'm jeez. It is not. It is not. Oh, you just had to one-up Zenbender, didn't you? Jeez. Oh, is it ever creeping down now? So now the slicer has given up, so it's disappeared. The estimate says 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Okay, and we're still saying 2058. So apparently there's 3 minutes left, so we shall see. Let's see. We shall see. Oh, a little issue. Look at the overhang there. Right above my finger. Little. I can see it didn't do that overhang too clean. Anyways. Yeah, is it ever slowing down for this, isn't it? But it's gonna, that part on the right is gonna finish shortly. That's the drag chain connector. That should finish pretty soon here. Yeah, it's only got another couple layers on that one to go. Yep. Okay. We are close. Can you ask what retraction settings I'm using for when you build yours? What retraction settings am I using? Let's see. I am using right now. Let me find it. Sorry, I have to work my way through Super Slicer because it's so different. And I have, there we go. It's under, I'm using, my retraction speed is 50 millimeters a second, and my retraction distance is only 0.75 millimeters. So very little retraction on this. Yeah, I found it under printer. Yeah, so it's very little retraction, 0.75 millimeters. So I can share it right here. I don't think I can zoom in on this screen though. No, I can't. So 0.75 millimeters retraction length and 50 millimeters for the speed, and detraction is 30. So, and it's obviously working very well because there is basically zero stringing happening on these parts too. So, yeah. Yeah, this last one's going relatively, oh, you're welcome, Coley. This last one's going relatively slow, but we are on layer 135 of 201. 136. 137. Ladies and gentlemen, 138. Okay, I won't do that. I promise I won't do that. It says 1 minute and 38 seconds left, though. Now the estimated time is 9:01, which is 2 minutes. And I don't think I want to speed this part up because this is probably something I want to be going this slow at, so it has time to cool and get nice and stiff. That's what she said. Yeah. We'll pop these parts off, have a quick look, and then we will call it a stream. We went overtime tonight, but hey, as long as I had people watching, listening, putting up with my ranting and my raving and everything I do here, I don't mind running a little overtime. String. Okay, Dominic, I cannot now. I got to reach out to the community one of these days, but stringing is your middle name. Well, when it comes to my FL Sun SR printer, I don't care what filament I use. I don't care. Anyways, stringing, I call that the string printer because I cannot get it not to string. I'm doing something wrong. It's probably a slicer setting, but I've tried retractions. I've tried all sorts of things. I cannot not string on that FL Sun SR. So when it comes to that printer, stringing is my first, middle, and last name. I couldn't even get one of these guys to print. The stringing was so bad that the legs were being bonded inside. So anyways, yeah. Let's move you over this way so we can watch that last part go. And we are on 167 of 201. 168, it's coming up the stretch. It's coming in. It's coming in. It's going to be second place, first place, third. But 169. Holy crap. 170. We only have 31 layers to go. Probably because I'm doing something. You think so, Jason? Because if the filament is moist, you can try to tune what you want. I know this has been filament right out of the bag, right out of. We don't usually have a moisture problem out here. No, and it's some stuff right out of the bag, air sealed. And it's like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. And I have an industrial food dehydrator that I dry my filament in, and it still didn't help. Yeah. Oh no, the filament prints fine. I have a that's at my office, the FL Sun, and I have a Focus Odin 5 at my office as well. Same filament, 2 different printers, prints fine on the Focus. Strings like mad on the SR. I'll figure it out one day. Yep. This is my stringing tool. Right here. Works good. No. No, I haven't solved it. Not yet. Okay, we're on layer 190, 191. 10 layers to go. Which is good because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm hungry. I have pizza waiting upstairs. And I have Walking Dead waiting upstairs. And I want to eat brains. Give me brains. I need brains. Okay, Jason, that's a joke set up for you. I'll sit back and let you say what you're going to say about that. Just as it was coming out of my mouth, I said, crap, Jason is on stream and I'm saying that. Layer 198, 199. I think I can count this last one down. 200. And done. I said done. Look at that. Take it where you can get it. Yes, sir. Let's move this back. Just because. There we go. Oh, 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 oh. Where am I going? What am I doing? We can go to this one. There we go. Oh, it's toasty in there. Oh, that's hot. That's hot, 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 hot. We'll leave the door open to help it cool down. We will let's go back to this camera and let's go here and let's quickly get rid of that one and we'll get rid of that one. There we go. And while I think of it, I'm going to turn the case lights off. Boom, done. And we'll let that cool down. Now we'll see how these parts turned out. They look good. Okay. Oh, oh. Gravity. Where'd it go? Son of a gun. Where'd it go? Oh, way over there. Got it. Aha. You're following me again. You dumb thing. That's the ultimate lazy man's tool. Okay. So there's the piece that just, yeah, the overhang on that is not the best. Okay, hang on. I've got to stop the tracking in order for this to zoom properly. So there's this piece. The overhang is not the best. That's okay, but otherwise the print itself looks phenomenal. Okay. And it's actually very strong. I don't want to break it. This is the other half of this one. This one looks just as good as that last one did. So these are looking good. Here is the here's the cable chain holder thinger. They look really good. Okay, these prints are actually, there's a tiny bit of stringing there, but not much. But these are really good prints. And then we have these little, just these tiny little things. Again, they're fine. They're you don't need to see those. So let's pop those off, and then we got these last couple pieces here. Come on. There we go. And there's these parts for that are whoops. So these turned out really, really nice. There's the bottom layer. Yeah, so quite happy with these. They turned out good. We solved our issue. We got some pieces printed and started for the good old, come on, Trident coming up. Let's put this back in. There we go. I'm happy. I'm happy. And then if I go like this, we can sort the pieces out, and there's a start. There's our accent color for the Trident, and this camera shows colors extremely accurate. So these are actually pretty decent rendering of the actual color. So these pieces all look really nice, and that's the start. Imagine this going with a red, a nice bright matte red, and these are going to look so good. This is going to be one of the coolest printers on the market. Yes. Okay, guys. We appreciate, I say we like there's more than one of me. I have an evil twin brother. I appreciate everybody who's been on and stayed on with me tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and putting up with my banter and everything. And next Sunday, we will put the rainbow puke or rainbow vomit, whatever you want to call it, LED on the stealth burner. It was a suggestion from one of you guys. We'll put that on, and that'll be next Sunday's stream. So it's going to be fun. But I will be, again, on and off during the week. I'll be printing the parts for the rainbow puke LED, and we'll get that going from there. So until then, everybody have a wonderful, safe week. Stay happy, stay safe, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for being supporters of my channel. I appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody. Bye for now.